Ball, dunks.
Look at Strong running the floor out in front.
We're alive. We're alive.
Speak for yourself.
I'm 67. Michigan State. Not as much. 63. The Huskies improved to 32-5 on the season and are one win away from a Final Four appearance in Indianapolis. My name is Mr. Hotballs, and I always knew. I never doubted for 1 second. Nobody other than me, never, I knew Terrace was going to score 20 tonight. I knew he was going to hit clutch free throws just as much as I know that Alex Caravan was going to have a big night. Nobody was more right than us. That's the only thing that's important in adult life is being right on the internet yet again. But hey man, like at the end of the day, it's the NCAA tournament. I do not give a flying fuck about style points. And dare I say, the way this season went this year may have been great preparation for tonight. And in a weird way, I thought like tonight was like a greatest hits album. I thought we got the entire 2026 season. We got all the seasons tonight. We had everything. We got the big run. We looked hot. And then we didn't look hot. And then we kind of like locked it down defensively. And then we kind of didn't. And then we hit some clutch threes. And then some things that usually we blow our own feet off with, like we did that, but then we didn't. And then some things happened that, we pulled out of our butt. And then at the end of the day, we just won a tough, close game and still win somehow, some way. And at this time of year, that's all that fucking matters. And we're one win away for Indianapolis. And we get by Sunday. Next Monday is looking juicy, dare I say. But Sunday's a big one. So, Hurley Mania, I was never worried. I was actually in flow state the entire game. I'm not sure how you handled tonight's action, but where are you at mentally right now?
I'm in as good of a spot as I could be after that. What really helped a lot of it was that, like, they took a lead briefly. So Michigan State cut, to their credit, they cut back into it. They tied the game once when they made the big run, and then UConn immediately ripped off like a 6-0 run. And then Michigan State answered, and they took a 1 point lead, but they could never build on it. And that's why I was like, it was terrifying and nerve wracking like these games are, but it was never, I really didn't think they were going to blow it just because they looked composed through most of it. Like you got a couple of token Braylon turnovers, but they weren't. The issue when they've struggled in these games is it didn't like snowball. And, just the whole team tonight was great. You meant Terrace was great. Alex was great, but man, again, a tip of the cap to Malachi Smith, who was sensational on a night where I thought early Silas looked himself and then that ran out pretty quick.
Yeah.
And it is what it is at this point. Dan post game said, I think he's at 70%.
Well, it only looks like it.
70 seems kind, but Malachi was just extraordinary. And again, forced into a big role, 17 minutes, 7 assists, 1 turnover, 4 steals. Are you kidding me? Against one of the best point guards in the country. 100%. Man does not get kicked in the dick, which is the main Jeremy Fears move. So credit to him. But yeah, Malachi was sensational. And the other player who is the most misleading stat line on earth, Jaden Ross was incredible defensively. Just absolutely incredible. Locked it down to stem the tide to some degree. They come and this best start of the year. UConn's up 25-6. It looks sensational. This is 2024 again. We're going to blow somebody's doors off in the Sweet 16. No. And that was not what was going to happen because to their credit, the Tom Izzo team never just rolls over and dies. And, UConn got a little sloppy with it, but they go into the half up, 8. And then just Michigan State, to their credit, they just keep coming at it. And UConn is struggling to go through long stretch. They went out It was only, I think, 4 minutes without a field goal. It felt like 15.
Yeah.
And, but they got the train back on the tracks, man. And the last 5 minutes, just winning play after winning play after winning play from Alex Caravan and Terrace Reed Jr. And we've all been nervous all year about Terrace at the line. But when the fucking chips were down in the last minute to go to the Elite Eight, Terrace Reed 4 for 4 at the line. And it reminded me, I'll give Panit credit for this because we were texting. It was a good point. Terrace at the line reminds me of Abita Brima at the line, where when you see it, it's like a good looking stroke. This isn't something like horribly broken. It's harder for tall guys, right?
Sure.
So it's always been a good looking stroke. And Amita in 2014, one of the all-time sliding doors moments in the history of UConn basketball is if Amita doesn't make the and one against St. Joe's.
Yes.
In the moment, you think there's a 0% chance he's going to, and he does. And they go and they get that game in OT, and then they spend the next 2.5 weeks doing the dumbest, awesome thing I've ever seen, including going through Tom Izzo. And tonight was the same deal at the end there, man, with Terrace. And it was, once he hits the first, you feel just a million times lighter. And it just flowed right through for him. Those are as high pressure free throws as you can get in the sport. And they never, even though it was never like they blew a 19-point lead, it was just they're just going to figure it out because they've just been figuring it out all year. And I think you alluded to it. Tonight was a night where, them not blowing the doors off of people all year gave them the practice in situations like this, including, ironically, it was an exhibition, the Michigan State exhibition, where they should have won by 25, but nobody really cared. And we didn't have absurd foul rules, and Terrace didn't play and Braylon didn't play. And there were 70 free throws in that game. So free throws came up again in the UConn Michigan State game, but UConn was 9 for 11 at the line in the second half. So as bad as the number looked, they hit all the ones down the stretch they had to, including in the last minute. Just an incredible performance. And I'm just thrilled we get Sunday. I don't know what Sunday's going to look like. It's going to be really cool. It's going to be really hard. It's going to be really injured at the guard position. But
Caleb Foster and Silas DeMary Jr.
Has John Shire stopped crying yet about it? He was.
Oh my God, dude. That was the most insufferable thing I've seen a coach do in a long time. That was so corny. That was Erica Kirkforce tears there. That was brutal.
So when it's happening, I'm sitting down and I'm not looking at the TV.
Oh, man.
It's the post game or whatever. And I just hear background noise, but I don't hear him speaking, having been asked by Tracy Wolfson. And I'm like, is the mic broken? I look up and it's him almost crying. And I'm like, what? What are we doing here?
So weird, dude.
Shot. It's amazing what he did. It is amazing. It was his first 5-on-5 actual game today. It is crazy that he's playing and at a high level. And I want to give the kid credit. But John, keep it together, man. What are we
get out there and do it, dude. What are we doing here? We don't have to put on a whole production. It was awesome. It's great that he did that, but holy smokes.
It's not like you lack other options. You're Duke.
Yeah.
You should just be
Johns, man. Calm down.
You're not Siena with a 5-man rotation here, dude.
You just beat St. John's. Settle down.
Other options don't suck,
It's just St. John's. That's all it is.
Yeah. So that was interesting, but I'm sorry, that's past tense. It just was St. John's. Hi, Cyrus. Was. We'll let the professionals take it from here for the Big East. Thank you very much.
Oh my God, dude.
Sorry. I was rooting for them.
We got through them.
Yeah, but tonight it looked like it was going to be easy, and then it was aggressively not, aggressively hard, and they just fought through it.
But to our credit, they got the lead once. I think Michigan State led for 2.5, 3 minutes combined.
In the entire game, they led 2.5 minutes. Which in the second half, I can't get the split in the second half. UConn came down and took the lead on the one possession. They had the ball where they were trailing. So they trailed more in the second half of the UCLA game. You might forget.
Yes. Yep.
Cause that game feels like it was 6 months ago. It was similar in that it was played at an ungodly hour, such as this one was. But the other thing, hot balls, we should touch on real quick was just solo ball, man. Just nobody needed it more.
Oh,
solo. And his first half was awesome.
He was terrific tonight.
he even made some good defensive plays.
Yeah, he was terrific tonight across the board. Like, I was just so relieved for him to see that, and we needed him tonight, man, to get this thing across the finish line. He was great on both ends of the ball, I thought, tonight. Like, great to see him knock a couple down from three. Was good at getting to the rack. Ends up with 12 points tonight. It's funny, he didn't get a rebound tonight. He must have had 10 tips at some point tonight.
He and Jaden were just air traffic control swatting stuff around.
100%.
Like, they're trying to run the lob play with Fierce, who's an incredible passer, and they were just eyes in the back of their heads on it. Just put your arms up on all rotations.
Yeah, they were great tonight. And, I just thought a great team win tonight. They got everything they needed from just about everybody. Alex just making 2 killer free throws, and that in 3, man.
Oh,
wasn't a dagger, but man, it almost was, because this team doesn't believe in daggers. We just
he deserved it, because he had 2 in the first 5 minutes. The first 5 minutes.
It went like halfway down and came out.
It was 3/4 down.
Yeah,
I was not mad at him. I was furious at the stupid basketball we're using.
I hate it.
Because those pop out. That's 6 more points. Braylon duffs a fast break layup when we're up 18, and we're all ha-ha. I would have liked that in retrospect.
Killed Michigan State tonight too, man. They missed so many balls at the rim, so many shots at the rim that felt like they went in and out.
Yeah, they were 11 of 19. They were 11 of 19 on layups, which is very unlike them. UConn was 10 of 17. So slightly better, very slightly better. It was a lot of missed bunnies both ways. And I thought you saw that a lot with Silas with the struggle. Like, he just doesn't have any lift.
Yeah, he doesn't have any bounce to him right now or explosiveness. Like, that's just is what it is, man. He's playing with a chummed ankle. Like, it is what it is, but took care of the basketball tonight.
Yep.
I mean, between him and Mally, they had 3 turnovers from the point guard spot tonight. Just
the most valuable thing about the big lead was they just benched Silas. They had Silas sit out for a while. That lead expanded with Mally on the floor.
Yeah.
And you didn't need an excuse to not have to play Silas given the situation. So, like, that's why I want to give Mally so much credit, man. It allowed Silas to, like, consolidate what he's got in the 23 minutes. And I thought he was as good as you can expect. I thought defensively he was really good. I mean, it's a tough man. Fierce is really good at passing. He's really good at flagrant fouls and passing the basketball, and possibly in that order. But they were able to basically lock him down. I mean, he was 5 of 15 from the field. He had 7 assists, but 4 turnovers. Michigan State finished with 13 assists on 23 field goals and 10 turnovers. Kohler was 4 of 10. Fears was 5 of 15. I know why he was in at the end, but Kerr Tang is the guy who's taking the 3-down 3. All right. I mean, I'll live with that. When they brought him in to him on the ball, like, I know he's a 38% 3-point shooter, but they had that one weird one at the only time I slightly was like, was when they hit that prayer at the end of the shot clock when UConn defended.
Oh, yeah. I had a little bit of a nerve wrap, but it was weird. Like, that Michigan State team, if you've watched them at Abundance all year, which I accidentally kind of had, like, their shot making from the perimeter is just not there. And, they got to kind of take it 2 at a time. And, they made some big ones in the second half. Like, I felt like this statistically was a game. We'll get no escalators in here in a little bit, but boy, the math was mathing today. Mm-hmm. I thought on both sides of the coin, but they just don't have the shooting, I didn't think, to really make that charge. And they just dug themselves such a hole right off the bat. I mean, when you're down 19, it just takes a lot just to get back into the game. And to credit to them, I mean, they kept it close, but there was a lot of points in that game where I really felt like they were just sort of begging for us to open it up to 5-7 point lead. And, ultimately that didn't happen during the ebb and the flow of the game, but, ends up being a 5-point win. So,
yeah, I thought the star for them really was Cooper. I thought he was really good for them. He was the one in Carr a little bit, because Terrace was sensational on the inside.
I thought Terrace was better tonight than he was against Furman.
Yeah, it's a much harder matchup.
And like somebody, I tweeted it. It feels like somebody hit him in the head with a shovel and said, "You are Akeem Olajuwon now."
He's going left shoulder. He's going right shoulder. He's doing drop steps. Like
he missed a bunny early in the first half where he was like shocked that he was not open for the layup on that counter pivot there to his, I think it was to his right. Good God, man. Like he just looked off. He's been so good this tournament.
Yeah.
So relieved to see this. I just wish we could have seen it more in the year.
Yeah, I mean, I do, but I don't care. I truly don't.
I don't either.
It's the sort of thing. It's like with Mally. It doesn't matter. Now is when we need it. Now is when we're getting it. And it's been great. And it's the sort of thing. Sunday is as big of a test as they can really get in the sport. Cause I mean, other than Michigan, they've seen Arizona, who looks amazing, but they've seen him before without Terrace. And Sunday, Terrace is going to have to be on because he has got an absolute demon to deal with on the other side, but not just because we won. I'm thrilled we get to see it, man. It's just really cool. It's college basketball at its best. It's UConn Duke. It's 5:00 on a Sunday on CBS for the whole fucking thing to get to Indy. And it's just awesome that they've got this shot. Obviously, I want them to win, but I'm proud of them no matter what. And, they've exceeded what my expectations were a month ago. I will tell you, I'm not alone in that. And just credit to the coaching staff and the players to just stay locked in and figure this out. Got like Solo was in hell, but just confident today, looked great. Braylon, other than the couple of bad turnovers, Braylon looked good. He made a great defensive play in transition.
Yeah.
Like even Solo and Braylon.
This was his best defensive game in a long time for Braylon.
Yeah, he had a lot of bounce defensively. He was really on it. And just it was great to see Jalen, by the way, can the three and he only played 3 minutes, but he looked like in 3 minutes, he hit a three and he had 2 rebounds and had a block. It's very Jalen Smith, or sorry, we'll try again. Very Jalen Stewart. He comes back, plays 3 minutes and he does like 5 things in the 3 minutes.
Yeah.
So hopefully they can get more of him on Sunday, but just a great win. And I'll allow you to bring No Escalators in, who will continue his it will now be cyberbullying. It is just bullying on text message to get me to DC. He will now proceed to cyberbully me.
My goodness. Hot Dog, the Elite Eight is here. The good folks at Martin Roll Souls are here to help keep you fueled so you can keep foot on gas throughout the year. Hot dogs, kielbasas, sausages, deli meats, you name it. Not only can you grab what you need for the big game at the retail store at 45 Grove Street in New Britain, they'll even bring the meats to you and ship them across the country. That's Martin Roll Souls, the official sponsor of the Connecticut Basketball Spaces Wiener Wienerline. And folks, it's time to get to the meat of tonight's show. And by that, we mean the Martin Roll Souls Wiener Wienerline. We'll be taking calls and check-ins here for the next hour. So if you have something that you want to say, if you want to get in here and you want to talk your filth, we'll happily accept you. I'm all nestled up in your bed. I bet everybody's all cozied up and they've got their earbuds in. Spouse is probably like, shut the fuck up, turn that down.
And you're so excited. It's going to be like 30 degrees tomorrow. Oh, just right in it.
Yeah. No, it's perfect weather for tomorrow. I texted my wife and I was like, we got through to Sunday. So her big thing is like, we got to get back to the in-laws next Friday for Easter. She's like, you're going to take the day off on Friday? And I'm like, yes, because I am going to the Final Four on Thursday or Friday. I don't care about Easter. I don't care even a little bit about Easter. I told her this is going to happen. This is what's going to happen. Jared Thomas, if you're listening, I hope you got an air mattress, buddy. Because if you don't, my manager lives out in Indianapolis. He's like, you coming out or what? Like midnight. Could be fun. Regardless, no escalators. How are you this evening?
I'm terrible.
How are you feeling? Terrible. You're not feeling good. Okay. You're always the opposite of what everybody else is.
We'll get there in a few minutes to the terribleness, but
okay.
the happiness is, look, I could say something good about literally everybody on the roster. I would love to highlight Jaden Ross, who had like 6 key rebounds. He had a block that was super important. He was just, I don't think he scored a point, right?
He scored 4 points. He hit a 3 and he made a free throw.
Okay. Well, I blacked out, but he was everywhere. Malachi had an unbelievable game, the best game he's had in a UConn uniform. Solo, Malachi, I think a lot about the end of the first half. There was like Malachi forced a steal, Solo laid it up, and UConn went 2 for 1, which was beautiful. And then neither team scored to end the half, so it kind of ended unremarkably, but it those 2 points turned out to matter. That was Solo's circus layup. Solo's back. Alex clearly is like, I just tell Alex, hey, you have 8 minutes left to play in your career. And apparently he turns into fucking God. Like, and then
one trick.
like, what I didn't even have a doubt. Like, this is now like, they talked about at the end of the game, like, oh, so clutch for Terrace. Terrace has been shooting free throws well for a month.
Yes. Yeah.
And the last 2 at the end, I was like, I felt good. I was like, okay, yeah, foul, Terrace Reed, send him to the line. I know how these are going to go. I did think when Alex went to the line and Raph brought it up on the broadcast, the Villanova game 2 years ago, it did run through my mind briefly of like, I really hope that like this cannot be the way it ends. I don't think it's going to be, but for Alex's sake, I hope these go down. And they did. It was awesome. It was, what a fucking game. I love it.
Jesus, I didn't even go to the dark place to think about Villanova. When Rafferty brought it up, I almost threw my phone at the TV. How dare he bring that up? Yeah.
Oh no, it was definitely in my mind. I for the last 5 minutes, I was like, what's the worst case scenario here? What's like the heartbreaking, brutal way this ends? Because I'm a little bit programmed that way. And so I kept playing that out, and then it never happened. And I didn't think any of those things were going to happen, but I definitely foresaw them briefly.
Yeah, if it was going to be anything for me, it was going to be Braylon Mullins dribbling the ball off his foot or something out of bounds. But we didn't really get to that point. I'd like him not to try and throw a lefty post-entry pass ever again in his life, but that was a small thing.
Okay, so why am I miserable?
Yes, please explain this.
This is something that I think I feel most acutely amongst the entire UConn fan base. But a lot of people who were alive prior to, I don't know, 1994 probably share because they'll have memories of it.
Sup?
I hate the Elite Eight. The Elite Eight is
the worst.
The worst round.
is so scarring to me. And it's fun to tweet things like, "Oh, UConn's 29-4 after the Sweet 16 since 1999."
Yeah,
it must be lovely to live in the universe where that's the record. Because if you back that number up 9 years, it ain't as pretty. And like I'll tell a little bit of the personal story here. So I grew up. I was born in 1987. I grew up playing UConn versus Duke on a small, like, play school basketball hoop. And the reason I did that was because in 1990, Duke hit a shot to beat UConn in the Elite Eight. It was in the East Regional. UConn was the 1 seed and Duke was the 2 seed.
We're the 3.
And, Dan Hurley was at that game supporting his brother, who was playing for Duke. Just a little bit of history rhyming here. But I have never forgotten it. And over the next 9 years, when UConn was the best team to never make a Final Four, something that was held on Jim Calhoun a lot, something that was held on the program a lot, I was told that a lot. I was told that by my father that he thought he would die, and his concern was they would put on his tombstone, "Never saw UConn make a Final Four." My grandfather, who played for UConn in the 1930s, died in 1998, so he did never see UConn make a Final Four. And so the Elite Eight has scarred me my entire life, notwithstanding the wonderful success UConn has had in it after I was like 14. And I am just it feels like there's a psychic wound in my body from 1999 when I was fucking 4 years old, that has been like, it's like a family wound that's been carried. I think about, like, there's a scene in Mad Men where a couple characters get in a fight over something that happened 400 years ago about between their families, and that's how I feel about the 1990 game between UConn and Duke. And so for UConn and Duke to be meeting in an Elite Eight game in the East Regional is the most monumental thing I could possibly imagine happening. And I will die if UConn doesn't win on Sunday.
Yeah, but I think you could say that about the Elite Eight for every single team. Even then, I think they've lost 4. Actually, I think Duke's lost like 8 or 9 Elite Eight games. You want to go way back? I think we've lost 6 because we lost in 1964. People forget that.
To Duke by 7,000 points.
Yeah. And, but like this is the worst round. There's just, even the Blue Bloods, even the teams that have had like all of the success and everything is just great and wonderful and all this tournament mystique, like everybody gets got in the Elite Eight. It is just idiot proof. That, let's just shouldn't say that. It's definitely not idiot proof. It's, it is what it is. It's a crapshoot. I hate the Elite Eight probably more than any round or any actual single game in college basketball. It's awful.
And it's a function of the sport, because you know what? Teams hang banners for Final Fours and nobody laughs at them. If you hung a banner for making the AFC Championship game or the Eastern Conference Finals,
Sure,
people would laugh at you forever.
Yep.
But if you make a Final Four, you had a great season. You could get boat raced like Oklahoma and lose by 40 in the Final Four. It doesn't matter. You made the Final Four. And in this sport, there are 2 sort of achievements, and making the Final Four is one of them, and winning the whole thing is the other. And losing in the Elite Eight is a fucking bitch.
it is, but like at the same time, I also feel like it's hard to like hate.
No.
I
It is all or nothing on Sunday. This team has been wonderful, and I love them, but they are playing Duke in the East Regional, in the Elite Eight, and they need to win.
I feel like there's a lot on the line too. Like, say we beat them on Sunday. Like, I think it goes without saying, I think we've been like the brand in college basketball the last 4 years. But like, this would feel like if we get by them, the Boozer twins, whole 9 yards. Like, it feels pretty definitive. With Kentucky floundering, Kansas just doesn't have their groove. North Carolina seems listless. This seems like the opportunity to like take the torch.
Just look at the fucking ads. Look at who has the QQQ ad. Look who has the Coke ad. Look who has the
every ad.
Those things mean so much, and they mean so much in a short period of time. Like we talk about it all the time on the show, where we joke about talking to Dan and being like, these guys don't even know who Kemba Walker is. You know what I mean? Like, we all do. We care. But like, you beat Duke tomorrow and you get to a 3rd Final Four in 4 years. I think, probably going to have a favorable matchup.
Look, we can talk about that in a second. The bracket is breaking it away. I enjoy.
Personally enjoy it.
But like, did any of the UCLA guys do 3 Final Fours in 4 years? Because I think, otherwise,
almost all of them.
Yes, they did. They absolutely.
They could only do 3.
No, I'm sorry. The Kevin Love UCLA guys.
Oh.
Like, I'm wondering if Alec. I'm sure he's the first significant contributor who will have done it since the early '90s Duke teams. But I'm wondering if, like, I know Kevin Love didn't personally do it, but like, was there like a point guard on that team or something, or a shooting guard who I'm not remembering who was a key contributor on 3 Final Fours?
That's tough, but man, in the modern era, it's really tough to beat 7 out of 9 for Duke from the late '80s, early '90s. Everybody obviously remembers the early '90s teams, but they got to the Final Four in '86, '88, '89.
Yeah, I'm just thinking for a singular player, just even if we don't get to the 3 titles, which, if given the way the bracket's shaking out, I would feel good about things, but just Alex having 3 Final Fours would be unbelievable in a career.
Yeah.
I have one player, by the way, Darren Collison.
Yeah.
Also, Luke Richard Mute.
Oh my God.
Oh yeah.
That's
They
a
both
pull.
were. I mean, UCLA went to 3 straight Final Fours in the 2000s, and I feel it's almost forgotten.
It's a weird run, but it's like this is, especially the way he's played the last 2 games and the way he will need to play if we're going to beat Duke on Sunday. And I will say here, and I'm going to give all credit to Megan Bard, who talked me into this. I originally was like, we killed St. John's at home. I actually don't feel bad about playing St. John's. I feel much better playing a John Shire coached Duke team who has never seen UConn, trying to prepare with a limping roster on 40 hours than I would against a St. John's team that, up until like the under 4 in the second half today looked fucking horrifying.
Yeah. Listen, we'll clown on them at some point, but man, it would be hard for St. John's to have played much better. They had the juice, man, and they just didn't have enough at the end. And it's a testament to how hard this will be on Sunday as they try and avenge March 24th, 1990. Chris Smith is walking into a basketball being thrown at him, and he's going to dribble to Denver. And UConn is going to arguably be one of the first Cinderellas, even though they were the 1 seed, that they were going to go to the Final Four and just get their doors blown clean the fuck off there. But they were going to do it. And he drops the pass out of bounds. Yeah. And they don't guard the inbound pass. And Christian Laettner hits a buzzer beater that we all have to fucking live with, but nobody else ever talks about because he hits an even bigger one a year later. And
2 years later, but yeah.
Yeah, right. Your dad had to live with it. Got people texting me whose dads were there, and I've let it go because it was before my time largely, but I understand everybody there.
I have not let it go, and it sounds like you two have. I will never let it go. And if we win on Sunday, I might maybe let it go. This is the biggest game I can possibly conceive of.
I mean, you have a better thing not to let go of. You know what I can't let go of? You're telling me an East Regional final at Capital One Arena 20 years later?
Going through a lot of shit right now, guys.
Look, I was there for that one, too, and it is nothing compared to how I feel about a game I was 3 years old for.
Yeah, I feel that pain, but also knocking off the best team they've ever had in 99 and them just absolutely sharding down their leg in 04 has eased that 1990 pain. But like the stakes here for me feel like significantly bigger. I just do. Like if we're gonna set the table for the next 5 years of what like college basketball has a chance to look like I feel like we beat them on Sunday. I'm not sure if we're the better team, and I don't even really give a fucking shit if we are. We just need to figure out a way to win that game. Yeah. Because I feel like it sets a tone for the next 5 to 10 years how college basketball is going to go.
And I'll jump off in a second to let other people on, but it is not. I'm going to try to think of the best way to say this. It doesn't look unfamiliar to me to compare, especially if we win on Sunday, this run of UConn teams to what you saw 30 years ago with Duke, in terms of the style of play, the type of fiery coach, prominent, hateable for people who are not listening to this space, white guys. Like it is not unfamiliar, and I could totally get why there would be that similarity there. And if you're gonna take that mantle, like this is the thing. And you would also you would keep Duke from catching us in national titles. If you can just even close your eyes and imagine for a second a 7th goddamn national title, that's passing North Carolina,
you'd be one behind Kentucky. I mean, come on.
Yeah, you'd be ahead of North Carolina. You'd be ahead of Duke. You'd be so far ahead of Kansas that.
No, at that point we have to let them count the helmet stuff because it's funny.
And it's just this is like there's so much riding on Sunday, and
You're
I
one off
cannot believe
Kentucky.
it. I cannot believe Hurley Mania is pretending he's not going to find his way there.
So I tried to suggest to my wife popping down there. She's normally cool with all this. The anger in her eyes at the mere suggestion of me going to Washington, D.C. for this thing without even bringing up the cost. That's a no-go. So,
Yeah. By the way, I booked my Amtrak tickets just before signing into this. If you were planning on that route, I would not recommend it.
that's, yeah. Yeah, if you don't plan an Amtrak ticket at least 5 months in advance, you will pay $14,000.
Yeah,
So,
but you're going to take the same amount of time then and pay the same amount you would on an airline apparently these days. So
yeah.
it's all a wash.
I've been telling our dear friend Hurley Mania it's an easy drive. You're going to be down at 7. You're going to be home by midnight.
Good God.
It's absolutely not an easy drive. Just be on I-95 for 5 hours.
So the last time I drove home, and this will be my last thing, if you want the saddest image in the world, the last time I drove home from Washington, D.C. after a UConn basketball game was after the loss to George Mason, and I was in my car, but I was not driving. Would anybody like to guess who was driving?
Was it Megan Bart?
It was not Megan Bart.
Was it Russ Steinberg?
It was not. It was a man named Dale. He was bald. He was painted blue and white, and I had to vacuum paint chips out of my car for the next 2 months.
Good God.
You come home and you're like, oh, that was the most depressing ride home. And then you're like, oh, fucking, there's paint chips all over my seat.
Stupid paint. It's like July 5th and you're just seeing blue paint come out.
It really doesn't ever go away. All right. Good night, guys. I'm going to be a nervous wreck for the next 48 hours, but I'm so happy to be that nervous wreck. Go Huskies. I will see you in Washington, D.C. Hurley Mania on Sunday because you are not going to be able to stay away. And then, God willing, historical wrongs be avenged. I will see you in Indianapolis.
Looking forward to it. Thank you. Yeah. My 06 story is I was on a bus with the band, which is not the fastest way to get back from DC or the happiest or the most exciting. On the way back, the UConn women were playing a regional in Bridgeport and Barbara Turner hit a buzzer beater to beat Georgia. And then 2 days later, they lost at the buzzer in Bridgeport to Duke. And so it was just a really shitty few days for UConn. Unlike now, shout out to the women who fucked around for a quarter and then just beat the shit out of North Carolina today, which was great. And
wish we just had a guaranteed thing. Come on, guys.
But what a Sunday we have. UConn Notre Dame on the women's side, UConn Duke on the men's side. Are you kidding me?
You gotta love it. Oh, man. I'm so glad we don't have to do anything tomorrow. And just clear my head for Sunday.
I would have.
We've got a ton of people in the queue, by the way.
Yeah, we're bringing in. I would have liked a hockey regional.
A ton of people in the queue. Guys, I am going to get to you, I promise. Just be patient. But we're going to go to Sal Big Haas, and then we're going to go to the Quail Man after that. But Sal, what do you got for us, brother?
Oh, well, first of all, great fucking story about Dale. He had me dying at the end of that. Dale. Which, shout out, Dale. That man's an enigma. I don't know how.
Guy's seen a lot of tough losses in his life.
So much pain. Just so much pain.
But I love to see Michigan State lost from us. Right? I was a freshman at UConn in 2009. So
I was at that Final Four. So yeah, I hadn't even thought about that.
Yeah. And you know what? I was a freshman. I had no money. I wanted to go to the Final Four. Couldn't make it. Couldn't make it. Was very happy to just sit in our quad and drink. Didn't happen for us. We couldn't do it. We couldn't make it to the Gamble. We couldn't make it to Gamble. Yeah. But dude, everybody played great tonight. I cannot speak highly enough of Solo Ball coming back tonight. He had a great fucking showing. Alex just continues to not want to quit on this team, and Terrace showed up at the free throw line again. Again, I didn't think it was going to happen the first time when against Furman when he went. What did he miss a free throw at Furman?
You talking about Terrace? Yeah, because Terrace has been
Yeah,
really. I looked it up. Shout out to No Escalators. I look at Terrace has been really good at the line for
yeah,
about a month here since the Seton Hall game where he
yeah.
was 4 of 8.
And he was straight Iceman tonight. He hit it when he needed to. So I was thrilled. I was texting my buddy right when that happened. I was like, "Holy shit! This whole game hinges on these free throws." Like I think we were up 3, maybe 2. I was like, "He's got to hit these free throws, and then this is going to be the next thing." Like that's it.
Yeah, I checked.
Once,
In his last 7 games, he's 19 of 25 at the line, which is 70
There
yeah,
we go.
yeah, unbelievable. He's been killing it. And really, I mean, it's just at the free throw line. Like everything else, he's been doing all year. Like I know he's taking it to the next level, but the free throws is like everyone's going to try to tag him on it now because he's been bad all year. So they're going to tag him on the free throws, like get him, and he has been killing it.
That's all I can ask for.
I know.
It's just Dinosaur Terrace now. That's all it's been. He's been a beast, like for all the stick that I've given him for the last 2 years. He's been everything that they've needed him to be and more. I mean, we're looking at 2. Scored 50 points.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What the fuck do you want him to do? Like, there's just, and
Dude, he's out rebounding
tonight
everybody
cleanly
in the tournament.
He scored
He's
20
got more
tonight.
rebounds than anybody in the tournament.
Yeah, he scored 20 tonight. He should have scored 25 to 28.
Yeah.
And like missed some bunnies tonight. And like, but
Yeah.
with the missed bunnies, these were, like, I talked about the first, like, a first pivot at the post. I mean, did not expect himself to be there. But the footwork's been great. The free throw shooting's been great. Man, it is, I mean, just from a ton of the guys tonight, like just so hard to ask much more from them than that. They've been great.
Yeah.
Yeah, this was Mally's best game. I think that was his best game all around.
Yeah.
I think he picked his spots where even last game he picked his spots where he needed to score, but like tonight it was just all defense. Like it didn't seem like there was a drop off when Silas went out. It was Mally all the way. He defended his ass off tonight.
Yeah, and that's the one thing that all year we wouldn't have really expected. Like the
Exactly.
on ball stuff, like he did
Not
force
once.
the 4 steals, which are great, but like I'm thinking about the stuff where he didn't force steals. He was just staying in front of one of the best guards in the country.
Exactly.
Which
It's
is
not even about the steals. It was just staying in front, being in front of everybody,
yeah,
moving his feet.
their switching and communication right now is at a level they haven't been at all year. Like
Yeah.
nobody's not blowing rotations, not leaving guys wide open in corners, like maybe once or twice, but I mean, it's a 7. Michigan State's going to get the ball 68 times. Like it's going to happen once or twice, but it wasn't happening 8 or 9, which is what was happening early at times in the season, I should say, even when they were rolling. And they've just,
Yeah.
they're locked in. They're completely locked in with their
And as much as Jaden Ross has been killing everything, when he gets in, like he shuts everything down. He's been playing great defense, putting up good shots. Dude, Solo made up a lot of the defense tonight. I think that he kicked it up a notch where he put his defense into his offense, and that's why he was able to knock down some shots.
Yeah, it was the best defensive game he's played all year, which was nuts.
all
And
year.
you could see the
All year.
confidence from.
And it was the perfect time.
I mean, when he
It
knocks
was the
down the
perfect
first,
time for him
when
to
he knocks
actually
down,
play defense.
yeah, when he knocks down the first three early, it's great and everything. But you see him like fully locking, like, all right, here we go.
Yeah.
And the
Yeah.
question becomes, I hope
That's
it
what
doesn't.
it gave Jaden Ross a break.
Yeah, yeah, I hope the first one goes in Sunday. But if it doesn't, I need him to still do everything else he did. Like,
Yeah,
it
they're
can't
going to
be
need to be
based
all
on.
hands on deck on Sunday.
Yes.
It's gonna take everyone.
100%.
Big time. Sal, thank you very much, man. Don't mean to rush you out of here, but I've got like a
No.
TSA
We got a
line
lot of
out the
people.
door
We got a lot of
tonight.
people in the queue. Guess what? 77-74. Let's go.
There we go. I like that
Love
prediction.
it.
There you
Love
go. Thank you, Big Sal. Quail Man, what are you up to? Once we get done with Quail Man, we're going to get it to Abby. I think Penfield was lurking around in the background, shuffling around in the shadows. But Quail Man, what do you have for us tonight? Probably lots of quails.
Always, fellas.
There you go. Tell us about your favorite waterfowl tonight.
So, something that just really impressed me about this team was that it seemed like everyone that played made a big play at some point in the game or contributed. Even, I would say Alex and Terrace obviously were the MVPs of the night. So kind of coming in as the third man, but it just seemed like everyone kind of did something that just kind of moved us over the goal line as a whole. Incredibly proud of Terrace for really just stepping up on the free throw line these past couple of games and just kind of being the guy that we all thought he would be when Dan brought him over. And I'm stoked. These games always just make me completely sick the entire day. So big amount of relief that is just going to kind of build up to more stress once I wake up on Sunday.
Yeah, and the one thing about Sunday is if you thought UConn was bad at free throw disparity, wait until you see Sunday.
Oh, yeah.
Wait till you see that whistle.
Have you seen the numbers they just posted earlier today, by the way?
About the discrepancy in the free throws, yeah. 24.
Good God. I expected them to be really bad. I did not expect them to be choke your sister bad. They were
68-24
just horrific
in the tournament.
So I watched this game with a bunch of friends of mine who are Duke fans, and we basically had a pact to root for each other's teams during both games. And man, watching that first game with them is like, man, it's very bizarre for me to watch a game where the referees are just basically giving me a massage the whole game. Not something I'm used to as a UConn fan, specifically in the Big East. Having said that, really just want to give a huge shout out to James Breeding for doing everything he could to steal that game from us tonight.
His 10th UConn game of the year.
Yeah, I just want to tell James Breeding, go fuck yourself. I hope your post-game meal was dog shit tonight. I hope your hotel room has nothing but bed bugs in it. And fuck you. Won't ever look forward to seeing you for the rest of my life. And, if you fell out of bed tonight, I'd be happy. I hope you have an awful trip home. And God damn it, they're going to give him to us, and we're going to get him and Driscoll on Sunday, aren't we?
So their version of it for Duke is Ron Groover, who did their game today. So that's Duke's version. He's done 10. Ron Groover's actually a competent ref.
Yeah, he's not bad.
Just full stop. One ref shouldn't be doing 25% of any team's games.
Anybody's games.
It's just
crazy.
It's nuts. It's nuts that Groover's done 10 of Duke's. What is Duke at? 10 of Duke's 37 games, and the Breeding's done 10 of UConn's 37 games. Dumb. You have a pool of 40 guys. Find somebody from the Pac-12. Well, you can't. It doesn't exist anymore. Find somebody from the Big 12. This isn't really that hard. And I am absolutely convinced if it was UConn St. John's on Sunday, they were going to fucking put the three Big East assholes on it because they're like, well, they know the team. They were absolutely going to do that. We're all going to have to live through that shit when it's the literal opposite of what you should do. The total opposite of what you should do.
I just thought it was so funny that anytime there was like a 50-50 call that didn't go our way, in like a momentum shift in the game, he was right there to just give us a big fuck you. So
Yeah,
thanks,
and
James. Appreciate it.
and anytime we've talked about on this show, this UConn team fouls a lot, right? They're hack markets,
Yes.
but like, at what point? And I didn't mean to go at Fanta, but it was off his tweet. Like, at what point is the Big East going to think, it's a little weird that UConn beats the shit out of everybody, but comes in our league and has a hard time because it's called differently? Like, isn't that fucking weird to them at all? Like, I don't think UConn's a superhuman cyborg except when they played DePaul. Like, it's an indictment of the league that UConn looks this drastically different. But we have good problems. So,
And something weird about the game, you guys, because I was watching the Duke and St. John's game, and did you kind of notice that one rim tonight was way tighter than the other one? Or is that just me?
I actually thought the balls were just a disgrace tonight, and I thought both rims were really bad tonight. Michigan State missed some on our end in the second half that were like wild. Like bunnies at the rim, balls going like at least a third down. Like that should have been a thing.
Yeah. So in the first half, the one little gripe you had was that Michigan State had 8 offensive rebounds in the first half, but they didn't turn it really into much of anything. They end up out rebounding UConn by 9. They get UConn on the offensive boards 13-6, but they only outscore UConn in the paint by 4, and second chance points are 8-3. So for all those offensive rebounds, it didn't really lead to anything. And I thought a lot of them were just kind of bad luck in the first half. They were just misses that were just bouncing way out. And it was annoying to see Michigan State get chance after chance, but they weren't taking advantage. And I thought UConn adjusted pretty well after the first 10 minutes of the game, while everything else wasn't going great. It was like the one problem with the 25-4 start was that they were giving a ton of offensive rebounds, but Michigan State just is not a gifted offensive unit. Give them credit for fighting back in it and UConn finding a way to get through it. But yeah, they can't. I'll say this: that UConn can't be giving up 13 offensive rebounds on Sunday. That's just not going to work. Not going to work. Cameron Boozer is not going to brick at the free throw at the rim. So a big one for Terrace on Sunday. Excited to watch it. Thanks a lot, man.
Yeah. And final point, then I'll hop off, is, I'm sure he's seen a lot of great media about himself for the past couple of days, but shout out to Dylan Darling for just going full Steph Curry at the end of that St. John's game, and just I had a nice big belly laugh when that thing bricked like a fucking shit, and their
He was
season just
shooting a
went down
medicine
the
ball.
toilet. But so, congrats to you, buddy, for listening to all of WFAN and every New York media who sucked your dick for the past 5 days, and then you decide, you know what, I'm going to win this game right now, and then you fucking blew it again. Because
Surely
you're a loser, buddy. You're a loser. Bye-bye. Thanks, fellas.
Yeah, that's a good one. That was a nice.
Listen, I was right. I just can't believe you've got Bryce, who looked amazing the last month. Zuby. Jackson was horrific again today. Enjoy Georgia. Mitchell, who looked good. Dylan Darling, huh? This is what we're going to ride or die with.
Ken Jackson's going to have a nice second team all conference in the Sun Belt next year.
No, SEC. He's going to Georgia. I'm not even kidding. Like he's going to Georgia.
Yeah, good for him. Adios.
Great job, Mike White. Way to really get the winners.
Yeah. Not any good.
All right. Future NC State head coach, Mike White.
What was I going to say? We've got some folks in the queue, guys. In the queue, please be patient. We'll get to you. I'm seeing some interesting new people. We got Cyrus Smith in there. We got the hot dog kid. I can't wait to hear what that sounds like.
Oh, I love Cyrus. Cyrus is the St. John's guy. We got to be gentle.
We got to get, and we got Zach Back 69. We got a lot of people in, a lot of first time, long times, I think. But before we get to them, we're going to hit up Abby next. Abby, first of all, how are you feeling?
How are you?
I'm alive.
That's good. It's a good thing to be.
If I had to do lists of people I was most concerned about with minutes ago, you were definitely top 2.
I did think there was a possibility I died. So,
but you didn't.
I didn't, and we
lived,
didn't.
Bitch.
It's a heck of a week.
It was a tough week, but I think the best thing about the week or the last 2 weeks was Miami of Ohio losing for you finally. Gave you what you wanted.
Yeah. Everything I wanted so far.
You want to talk about how much you love Alex Caravan?
I fucking love Alex Caravan. Had a tough first half, and then he just made all the right plays down the stretch.
There's nothing more that I think just encapsulates Alex for me more than he's just always there when you need him. You need a big shot. You need a defensive play. You need somebody just to do something that's not the stupidest fucking shit you've ever seen in your entire life. Like, you just need somebody to do that. And, as a fellow handler of college athletes, he is worth his weight in gold. He was amazing tonight. He's also playing like a guy that just does not want his college career to end whatsoever. And, guy going out on his shield, emptying the clip, doing what he's got to do. I thought his effort was awesome tonight. I mean, we could talk about everybody on the roster tonight, but like Alex just finds a way to find moments.
A winner.
I'm thrilled he gets the stage of Sunday, right? Like, he's starting to get some gas nationally on this and an appreciation. Like, nobody deserves the opportunity to go out there and beat Duke to go to a Final Four. That sounds like the coolest thing you can do, right? And he gets to go do it. And he gets to face indirectly the player of the year. It's just really a great opportunity for him that he deserves. And he's dragged this team at times in this tournament to really big moments to get them in this position. So, he deserves it the most out of anybody. So I'm just thrilled for him that he gets the opportunity. And that's something like something in UConn's, an arrow in UConn's quiver, so to speak, is Duke is an extremely talented team of young children. Alex Caravan is not a child. He has done this many times. So if this game is close with 2 minutes to go and all of us die, I will die knowing that we have the guy I think will get us over the line.
So good to hear that out of your mouth for a change.
Yeah. I mean, we'll all die. We'll all die if this thing's 65.
All I can hear is Abby apoplectic in the background. And I'm glad I heard those gasps because, boy, oh boy, did that feel good to hear. To come out of your mouth specifically. A conquered species.
I'm really just glad he's finally playing at the level I wanted him to play.
Oh my God.
I just had to give you a little bit there. Sorry.
But speaking of Duke, the story I really wanted to come on here and tell, I'm a little younger than some of you. So like the 99 Duke, the 90 Duke, certainly even 04 Duke was like a little before my awareness.
All right.
No, it's good. Gets good. But like I grew up, my parents were always like, UConn Duke. Like it was beaten into me to hate Duke and that we beat them in 1999 and all of that, right? And the way that it was proven, like just how much it meant is that on the 99 title game, my brother was 8 months old and he was sick in his crib all night. And my mom always told us she heard him on the baby monitor, but the game was on and she didn't have time to go deal with that.
Love that. I love that. I love that.
Child neglect is always awesome. And the red,
everyone's going to assume it's the dad.
So, I mean, he lived. He's as excited as the rest of us.
It's fine. The quote George Carlin.
Experience it.
Quote George Carlin. They're babies. They're malleable. They bounce. They're fine.
It's fine.
I think we're past the statute of limitations for DCF in this state, at least.
Yeah, you always find out how tough kids are when there's a really important basketball game on.
Yes.
As I think everybody in here can attest to.
Do you have, Hot Balls, any coaching duties on Sunday?
None.
Are you free at 5 o'clock?
That's all I'm going to be doing. Locked in, ready to go.
You're like, I want to make it clear. It ain't happening. Just no.
My sister texted me tonight. She's like, I promise I will not text you from 3 o'clock in the afternoon till at least 7:00 the next morning on Monday.
Yeah, that's good. She gave you the wide berth. That's good. We're going to have a space
Nothing
that won't be
about that.
late.
It's not like we're like, super chatty all the time anyways, but I'm glad that she stuck to landing on that. She's like, I just want you to know that I know. It's okay. Abby, got anything else for us before we move down the line?
No, that's it. I'm real excited to see what happens.
All right. Keep living.
Thanks, Abby.
Thanks, guys.
Gonna go to Penfield next. Penfield, what do you got for us, brother?
Okay, I'm gonna try to get through this all quick so everyone else can go. But first is fuck Hurley Mania.
Yeah, fuck him.
Right?
Thank you.
Yeah. No, second is I love playing Big Ten teams in the NCAA tournament. I'd love to see.
Delicious.
Maybe we can get 2 more on this run. Let's see.
I mean, the 2 that are left actually play offense. It's kind of weird, but yeah,
I
I'd love the opportunity. I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Oh, what did you find?
Penfield
was making a nice
section
point.
just hit, guys.
What just hit?
The New York Post.
Oh no.
Cover.
Oh no.
Is this real? This has got to be real. It's real. Cry of the storm.
It's so good. I just saw the picture. Braziller's going to be so mad that they ran that picture.
Brad's going to be so upset. Yeah, I'm totally upset.
Can't make Rick look like that.
Hey, Powerball's $166 million.
House always wins, bitch.
So, third thing is, obviously Alex and Terrace were the heroes tonight, but just want to give a shout out to Solo. He shot 50% from the field, 2 for 5 from 3, and I think Alex and Terrace scored 37 points combined. The rest of the team scored 30. 12 of those were Solo, and we need him in this run. And he wasn't awesome tonight, but he was better than he has been, and he stepped up. Fourth, Stewie +8 in 3 minutes. Incredible stat right there. And then finally, I have 2 rules in this house. One is you don't bring anything orange inside here. And 2 is fuck Duke, right? And my children, they don't really understand either of those things. And they constantly ask me, why do you hate Syracuse? Why do you hate Duke?
Yeah.
Well, on Sunday, they will either learn what that means, fuck Duke, or they will continue to wonder why I hate them so much. But we will see. And we got the women at 1 p.m., the men at 5 to go to the Final Four. It's a great time to be a UConn Husky fan.
Against a couple of our favorite programs that we get to face off against.
Yeah.
Oh, it's going to be a good Sunday for hate. It's going to be really, really great, really healthy for everyone. Thank you, Penfield.
Very good. All right. Speaking of negative emotions, we're going to move on to, I think it'd be a good time to bring in the Bishop, right now, to cleanse our souls, where I think we're being a little excessive tonight, so far.
HB,
so Bishop,
how are you?
rein us in, please.
How you doing, HB?
Yeah, we're there. I'm feeling good.
You guys are hysterically funny.
I know.
Do you hear me? I mean, I'm sitting there laughing. And I have to say, Lord, forgive me like every 30 seconds because of one of y'all.
You're welcome.
But anyway, listen, and I heard someone talk about the 90, when we would have been the first Cinderella into the Final Four. I watched that whole series. I didn't even go to work that day, okay? Just so I wanted to. Clemson, we beat them on a buzzer beater with Tate George swinging around and hitting the shot, and then we get the same pie thrown back in our face with Christian Lake.
People also forget we blew a 19-point lead in that Clemson game.
We did.
Yes.
We did.
Yes.
We did. We actually did.
Sounds
I didn't
familiar.
get that part. Yeah, it does. And that's why tonight I said to myself, this team is not giving me agita tonight. So I decided, told my wife, go on to bed. I'll wash the dishes. When I came back downstairs, we were only up 3, I believe it was. And I said, well, here we go. Either they're gonna either sink or swim. live or die. But here it is. That's UConn for you. That's what they do. Okay. I'm looking forward to a great game Sunday. I'm not even concerned because I get this feeling they boosted these boozer boys, whatever their names are,
Yeah.
up to the ceiling.
Cares
I've
about
seen
them,
them a couple
Bishop.
of times.
Who knows who they
Yeah,
are? I don't
well,
know who they are.
I know who they are. They've done pretty well too. I mean, from high school to AAU, the whole thing, they've been in championship after championship, but this ain't just a championship. This is the first round to the big game. I mean, if they make the NBA, maybe they'll experience a championship there too. But right now, fellas, this is where the road ends because UConn seems to be intensifying. And I'm happy for the fact that finally Mullins is moving, Ball is moving, and Smith is not creating turnovers every 15 seconds. Demery is doing what he does. Terrence is just being Terrence. And, of course, Caravan. The young lady, I forgot what her name was. Whatever your name is, the Caravan's secret lover. I can't think of her name. But anyway.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
No, she's a beautiful person. I've heard her before. Amy, I think it was.
Abby.
I hope I
Abby.
got it. Abby.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't Abby, I'm not blasting on you. I ain't mad at you. He showed up when he needed to show up. So he's right there. The main thing I want to see is the UConn team we know that has the capacity to play A1 ball. I want that team to be there. Win, lose, or draw. I need that first string UConn team Sunday. I'm tired of the media darling Duke all the time. I like Duke. They're nice people. I got relatives that work for them.
Kind
But
of.
of course, I could never root for them. I mean, blue's my favorite color, but not when it's wearing a mask and has a beard and looks weird.
Yeah.
I just can't root
Hey,
for him.
I thought that was a shot at me. I wear a mask and I got a beard and I look weird.
No, but you ain't a blue devil.
No, I'm not. It's about some righteous indignation. I need you to open the fourth field tonight on Duke. More than ever.
Nah, but seriously speaking, I did enjoy a lot of tonight's game. And, the one thing, and Caravan, don't be so indecisive. Halftime, I mean, you had a wide open shot. You should have took it. I mean, whether miss or hit it, whatever the case may be. An 11-point swing would have been a lot better than a 7-point swing, which is what they had at halftime. And then, of course, Michigan comes out and goes on this ridiculous, I don't know what you want to call it, but let's call it a run for now. But it happened. They closed the gap. I'm thinking to myself at this particular point, let me go find something to do because they is not going to cause me to grow 57 new gray hairs. I am not messing with them, okay? Bottom line, fellas, is simply this. I'm happy where we are. On my first bracket, I got UConn winning it all. On my second bracket, I had them in the Elite Eight. So my second bracket might be busted because, hey, I want to see him win it one more time. I want Alex Caravan to go out as the one and only male player from UConn that has ever won 3 championships. And if I'm wrong, somebody correct me right now. I don't think we have anybody else who's ever won 3 championships.
It's just him.
I want to see it happen. I really want to see it happen, and because I'm like this. He's got to play his behind off from this point on because NBA scouts are now taking notice of him. So he's got to really put it together. He can do like Tate George and sneak into the NBA, even if it's only for 4 or 5 years. Hey, 5 years in the NBA is better than no time at all. Would you agree with that?
Absolutely.
I would concur.
5 minutes is better.
Well, see, the thing, I want him to get to the NBA because for his size, I mean, he'll get a coach in there that can work him and really show him how to be the beast that he has the potential to be because Caravan, Furman, we say Furman wasn't much, but still, the beast in Caravan came out in that game. I need to see that beast, that Furman beast, the rest of the way, okay? Any one of them, Boozer, Booker, whatever their name is, one of them get up in his face, burn him like he might have gasoline on a piece of paper. Just light them up. That's all. That's all I got for you today, fellas. I'm trying to behave myself. I got to preach tomorrow. Passion Week starts tomorrow, and I really got to focus on the brutality of the cross and not the brutality of the officiating. Who is that official? Who is that?
Oh,
Whoever is at the base, whoever is the official at the base, what the heck is you looking at? I could have went and got Stevie Wonder, Ray Charles, and the
yeah.
5 blind boys of both Mississippi and Alabama, and they would have seen some of them calls. I mean, Kohler he's doing a moving screen like every other play,
He
and
was.
the guy stands there like, he's got a Forrest Gump look on. He's like, life is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're gonna get. Dude, wake your little stupid behind up. And I'm in DC. I didn't go to tonight's game because I said if they make
You're
Sunday,
in DC.
I gotta try.
Uh-oh.
I'm 30 minutes from the
Uh-oh.
Capitol Center. Okay,
Somebody's got to get the Bishop to the game on Sunday.
30 minutes from
We
the
need the
Capitol
Bishop.
Center.
I need you in full Bishop attire. I need you in full Bishop
You
attire.
know what? That thought crossed my mind.
You can get in for $221.
We got to get the Bishop in the game. I will
be
do a
honest.
thing to make some things happen if I have to do it to get the Bishop into the game on Sunday.
You
I'll
have
tell
to
you
go.
honestly,
You have
I
to go.
thought about that. I'm gonna go down there, stand over you. God bless you, my child. Ye shall win this one, and go over to Duke. If you get past the first half, you might.
Oh my
have a
God, we
shot.
got to get the Bishop to the Elite Eight. He's right there.
I get a witness from the congregation.
I'm gonna make you laugh. You remember which game was it where they sent the priest out there to anoint the field? The football game. You know what I'm talking about. I'll pull one of those numbers. I just can't put oil on the floor. That's all.
I mean, everybody drops things now and then. Mistakes happen.
I'm not going to let that happen because that's all I need is for one of our guys to find that spot. Then we got to send it. We can't afford that. I need everybody 100% healthy. If I could think of something I could send to Dan Hurley that would tick him off, I would send it right now. I'm going to turn around and tell him, hey, Shire said this about you, man. And if I follow you, I wouldn't put up with that. No, I wouldn't do that to him. I can't do that. Guys, love you. Always enjoy you. I think I had to come in because I just wanted to hear everybody's take on what happened tonight. My take is simply this: survive and advance. And even though they jumped out to a 19-point lead, they survived, and now they advance. Next game coming up, I'm not going to say it's going to be a picnic walk. Somebody said 74, 72 or something like that. I'm saying 78, 71, UConn.
Hey, Bishop, before I let you go,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you did it after UCLA.
Mm-hmm.
You think you can give us the outro at 1:58
I
in the
always
morning?
can do the outro. I just, I got to take a deep breath because if I don't, I'm going to be looking for an oxygen mask in 30 seconds. All right, here we go. To everybody that's in Mr. Hotballs Live, I want to let you know this ain't no jive. I'm Preacher 719. I'm coming with a different scene. So as you begin this particular week coming up, I need you to put the pedal to the metal, the pep in your step, keep the glide in your stride, just enjoy life's ride, keep the smoke in your stroke, don't you dare let life cause you the choice. Yesterday's history, forget about it, tomorrow's a mystery. Stop worrying about it. Bless God for the gift called today. Let the devil know he's a liar. God is still in control. You have an anointing, a purpose, and a destiny. You are required to bring it all in. For Hot Balls Radio, that's what I call it. I'm Preacher 19. I'm out.
Oh, I had to.
Do you understand a man of the cloth is the words hot balls on a radio show? That's
14th weirdest thing we do during the show.
I know which ones you're talking about, and they aren't yours personal, so we good.
Okay.
Hey, yo.
Hey.
He's working
Hey, I don't know
blue
his
at 2 in
personal
the
life.
morning.
I don't
Come
want to
on
know.
here and open the second seal, all right, buddy? Yikes.
Goodness. That was fabulous. Thank you, Bishop. That was tremendous. And that'll make Terrace happy. Terrace is a man of the cloth as well. So
Thank you as always, Bishop. We're going to go from religion to the thing that everybody loves. Capitalism. You want to hear about a Connecticut business? Nothing comes close to Martin Rollsoles. Since 1928, Martin Rollsoles has been feeding cranky Huskies fans all over Connecticut and beyond hot dogs, sausages, kibasas, and deli meats. They have everything we need to keep jerks like Hurley Media fed, quiet, and if they didn't threaten to open the second seal, even threatened to put their sponsorship over it. Honestly, just a place to leave them. But I promise we wouldn't do that. It's Martin Rollsoles at 45 Grove Street in New Britain, the official sponsor of the Connecticut Basketball Spaces Wiener Weiner line. And from capitalism, from heaven to capitalism to hell, we're going to move on to Happy Rat. Happy Rat, what do you have for us tonight?
Are you kidding me? I got to follow that up. That was
Yes, we've thrown you in front of the bus. Let's
I had
see
a
if you
list
can
of
run.
things to speak about, and I can't even read at this
You got
point.
nothing? Yeah, you're welcome.
Ball screen defense, I think, was one of the things to say. Ball screen defense, unbelievable. Terrace O'Reed was moving like an Irish step dancer out there. That was incredible. But I mean, I don't understand what I just heard. That was, yeah. I guess the idea of James Breeding waking up in a hotel room full of bed bugs, if you play it out, is kind of funny because that's so many bed bugs to fill up a hotel room. But yeah, if that guy wants to go to the game on Sunday, like I'll buy the ticket. Like that is, that's all I got.
You got to get the Bishop to the game
I,
on
d-
Sunday. This is
like
ridiculous. He's in DC. He's fiddling around. If he doesn't
let's
come in
not use
full Bishop
fiddling around
attire,
when it comes to men of the cloth.
No,
look,
not.
stop your
God
damn it, Happy
I'll
Rat.
get him to the game. Just
He blasphemed. Look, stop. We got to get the Bishop to the game on Sunday. This is like, and he's got to show up, but he's got a full uniform. I want the whole thing.
is that they call it a uniform?
The most swaggy Bishop thing he's got.
I remember something else.
The biggest staff he's got, sharpened, just nothing.
He's not crusading.
Yeah, he is.
He is on
absolutely crusading. He's not here to talk for himself, so he's absolutely crusading.
I remember this. Wild. John Shire outcoached Rick Pitino the last 10 minutes of that game. That was weird.
Shire's actually a good coach. Like
God,
he's not.
Yeah,
great.
Caravan stinks.
He's fine. He's fine.
No, stop.
All right, just get the Bishop there. I'll pay for the ticket. Please get the guy there. If you got a kidnap, get him there.
Thank you, Happy Rat.
It's a lot of silence. I'm glad we got the
I
silence.
was waiting.
He probably doesn't have Venmo or anything, so it'll be hard to do that.
We're gonna figure. Happy Rat, don't you worry. We're gonna figure this out. He's gonna go and on the Happy Rat Scholarship. That's what we'll call it. The Happy Rat Scholarship.
For Jesus,
hell,
for Christ.
The most prestigious winner we've ever had.
Yeah. Oh God. All right, we're gonna go to Hurley Manning. I'm gonna take Cyrus next because I've been drinking too many beers.
No, you need to.
And
this will be a bit of a downer. Cyrus.
No, just let him do his thing. I'll be right back, and then I'll catch up. I'll be right back.
Cyrus, you're a good man, a St. John's fan. That was rough.
First off, shout out to you two for staying up so late and hosting this. I'm on the West Coast, so I'm completely fine with this. But 2 a.m, I would be passed out if I was you guys.
It's bad, and it's been a sick joke that every UConn game has started this late, and we're like, okay, I guess we're just gonna freaking like. The sad thing is, we do this for like a 9 o'clock road game at the Paul, so at least now we're doing it for the big games. But yeah, this is late. This is very late.
Yeah. Very, very late. I'm not going to bring too many bad vibes. I mean, it's a celebratory vibe for you guys. The St. John's game was, it's been a fun back and forth. The Big East is, I guess you can say, the thing that I was really fascinated about with the tournament from St. John's is that the officiating was not great. To play Kansas, not get to the line, to play Duke, not get to the line, and then even see how UConn was officiated. Today's. I mean, I'm not really wanting into conspiracies or anything like that, but we just did not get any calls. And I think Val or whoever, the officiating does need to be very much like that because it just was a very much a learning curve in the tournament. And I think the Johnnies, they didn't adjust to it well to not get to the free throw line. But overall, I mean, I think no escalators had the funny joke about the Johnnies reaching their ceiling. This was a win. Like Patino said, just getting to the Sweet 16 was huge achievement. We got the banner for the Big East Championship, the Big East Tournament Championship, but overall, UConn is still UConn. So, definitely appreciate these tourney credits that you guys are pulling in through for the conference.
Making everybody, and on the women's side too. Now we get credit for that too.
Yes, and on the women's side,
I'd like some back pay on that one, by the way, but whatever.
Val wishes. So it's just very interesting to to see how UConn matches up with Duke. The thing that I was really impressed with the Huskies today was that Smith really, really stepped up. The way how he looked in the Big East final against UConn, it's like the guard play was just not where it was at where now, which is where I really feel confident that UConn can beat Duke. Duke had another gear that St. John's just didn't have with Evans, and I think especially with the guy from Seattle who just played, I forgot his name for you guys.
Jalen Stewart.
Yeah, if he's able to give you guys even more minutes,
hmm
I think that'll be huge for you guys because their size, their athleticism was just too much of a bother for Zuby and Co to kind of dominate the paint. And I do think that UConn matches up pretty well with them. And Shire, I got to give him credit. I mean, I don't think Coach K would have went to a zone. I think Coach K would have stubbornly played man, and the
Yeah.
zone really did trip St. John's up. I mean, with Patino against man, he can kind of be surgical all day, but against the zone, it really required Darling and Ian Jackson to be a lot more surgical and make decisions and attack the paint because the threes weren't falling in the second half, and that obviously didn't happen. So I thought that was a brilliant play. That really shifted the game. I thought St. John's was going to run away with it before he made that move. So coaching advantage, I would still say that's UConn all day, but Shire he's not really one to be slept on, I don't think. I think he's not bad. He's not bad. But
Yeah.
I do think roster wise UConn matches up well.
Yeah, and Cyrus, listen, I'll clown on it, the whole UConn St. John's thing, but in all honesty, I thought St. John's played great. Like somebody got to lose that game, and they played really well, with one exception, which we'll get to in a minute. I'm surprised he didn't put Ruben Prey in down the stretch. Like, that blew my mind.
Crazy. The guy was a hot hand today, and I'm not a hot hand fallacy guy, but I kind of was today.
Yeah, that's really the only. I mean, I believe someone mentioned, Shire out coach Patino at the last 10 minutes. I don't know why Prey didn't see the floor. The only thing I could think of is defensively with Mitchell. He just added another versatility that Prey couldn't really provide. But man, he was on fire today. And
That was
again,
wild.
it's very, very wild to watch. Definitely, he was going to slide into Zuby's role really nicely next season. I don't know why he didn't get more minutes other than just because of the defensive versatility that Mitchell provides that Prey couldn't really give you. But fuck, man, we really needed some outside shooting.
Especially attacking the zone. He's on a heater.
Exactly,
what are we?
Exactly.
And we're just going to play Ian Jackson into the group. I mean, Ian Jackson's line today was the least surprising thing to everybody, I think.
Yeah. Even Darling taking that shot, it was one of those no, and then fuck. The game winner from last week definitely got into his head thinking because he had Zuby right there next to him. He had some space to get.
That's why it was wild to me. I'm like,
yeah, Zuby is literally right there, and with the season and what Zuby's meant to the program, I could live with Zuby taking that shot and missing it. That would have been A-okay, but Darling getting a little hero moment. That fucking sucked.
Yeah, you're gonna what if that one a little bit. If Zuby takes it and it doesn't go in, you live with it. But it's brutal when it's not one of your four best players on the team.
Right.
You guys were a guard and a shooter short this year.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that was really the problem with it. That was really the predicament that Patino was in. The four best players were all of our big men: Mitchell, Prey, Zuby, and Hopkins. Those were the four best guys that looked on the court, that looked like they were ready for the moment today. And no one else really looked for the moment. Sonnen was really bad. Sellers was missing shots. Jackson was as volatile as he usually is.
Jackson sucks, but I thought everybody else played their nuts off today.
Yeah.
I'll be honest with you. The thing that I think is kind of the fundamental issue at St. John's right now is they are very much a team built for the Big East, and they are not a team. You are when you look at UConn and St. John's, they are yin and flipping yang right now when it comes to teams that are built for an NCAA tournament run and out of conference. The team built for the Big East. And it's really, really, really hard to get deep in the tournament without perimeter shooting and at least two guys on your team that are knockdown 3-point shooters. I was talking about it earlier tonight. I do think the pendulum, to a degree, is starting to swing back a little bit more towards rim protection. Tom Golden talked about it. We watched Arizona teams just fucking
Yeah, they're
hatchet
huge.
teams to death. I mean,
Yeah.
they can hit threes when they want to take them, but like,
They don't
man,
even need them.
they don't take. Yeah, they're
Like,
just
literally,
at the
Would
point.
you take threes if you had that team?
Yeah,
Right.
I wouldn't. But like, I do think though that there's something to be said for like. I get when we're talking about offensive efficiency, right? And I don't think it's cleansed itself out of college basketball, but I do think there is something to be said at the college level in basketball for teams that can rim protect, control the paint, and like that protects your floor. Whereas if you look at like too much 3-point shooting, like, yeah, I mean, it's great in the analytics, but like the analytics is a relative thing to college basketball as it is to like the pros, right?
You're
So,
right.
yeah, like it's not the same thing because the 3-point play means so much more, I think, in basketball than say bunting does in baseball. But if you look at bunting, for example, at the major league level, total waste of time unless it's like in very specific instances because the physicality that you're looking at, the quality of the defenders, the athleticism at the big league level, like what you're trading off and getting back in a bunt play is a total waste of time. Like it's an inefficient play.
Yeah.
It's not good. But you go to the college game where guys are dog shit defenders and your third baseman might have been yesterday's right fielder and you get a kid with a little extra speed that can actually lay a bunt down for change. Like it just becomes a different thing. And so like I do think a lot of teams have like sort of swung more towards that 3-point model. I still think it's the best model, but I do think there's just a lot to be said for like raising your floor.
Yeah.
When it comes to rim protection, just having big physical dudes that can control the boards, create extra possessions for themselves. Also take away those extra possessions for other teams. And when we talk about like how St. John's and UConn match up, we were talking about it heading into the Big East championship game. Like these are just not two teams that are matched up to like have a close game with each
Right.
other.
Yeah. It would have been a blowout again.
They're just not. Like if we had hit, 3 or 4 3-pointers in the first 10 minutes of that game, that's a drastically different game than what it ended up being. And that's more like the game in Hartford, right? But we also, lack the physicality and the ability to rim run and bang in the post that you guys have. So if you guys can sell out on the 3-point line, like that's going to create what we got in the Big East championship game, right? And so I think we're starting to see that pendulum swing a little bit more towards like you got to have at least a colossal post presence plus maybe another very physical guy. Forget just like a backup center, but like some other guy on your team that's willing to go out and just bang. And I think you need to have a point guard, probably 2 that just take care of the ball and don't shit all over themselves. And then you have the 3 other shooters out there. You need to have at least 3 shooters. And I think like that's the happy place. So, I think St. John's this year, like was a really good team that was just a very flawed roster in terms of a team that could make a deep March run. Like I just don't.
Well, just like you said,
play the perimeter shot making. Like had that team been able, and they made a lot of threes today too, by the way.
That was the other thing. That they hit
that
the
was another
threes
thing.
today. That's when I said it couldn't play much better. They hit threes at an astronomical rate.
That was the best shooting performance today.
Yeah. But like you got another guy, I think that just adds up to more non-con wins, which means they're in a better seed, which means they're not staring down the barrel of fucking Duke and Kansas. Like
you said before,
through.
I think what Patino and even what amongst St. John's fans is that we really do and have prioritized winning the Big East, and dominating the Big East and catching UConn in that respect. And now that we kind of see what it takes to win in the tournament, I think what we'll see going forward is that grand scope, that vision of like what the program is to be. All right, we've won the Big East now. Now it's time to actually have success for deep runs in March because we haven't been built to have deep runs. Even last year's team was hella flawed. We could not shoot whatsoever. RJ Lewis, Richmond, like very much a team that we knew, as great as they were defensively and as locked in as everyone was as far as buying in, that was very much going to be probably a Sweet 16 team at best. And so this team, I think Patino got every ounce and achieved and really hit the ceiling for what this team could achieve with the flawed roster that we had, and even acknowledging that in non-con play once we struggled against those SEC teams where he's just like, yeah, we don't actually have the guard play to match up and go possession, and score for score because those SEC teams just don't play any defense, as we're seeing in a tournament. And so now having UConn go be the last Big East team standing again, I think hopefully what we'll see from a program perspective is that we really do have a broader sense of what success looks like, because now that we've gone and dominated the Big East and all that's cool, it's time to hopefully, climb the ladder and add a Final Four banner. But I don't really want to bring any more down, bad vibes. Congratulations to you guys. Like I said, keep earning those tourney credits for the conference. St. John's, everyone in the conference greatly appreciates it, and hopefully you guys beat Duke because, fuck man, hate Duke.
Fuck those
Thank
guys.
you, Cyrus.
Get used to it,
And
man.
it'll be Oregon spring game soon. So
Yes, go Ducks.
appreciate you. Yeah.
All right. Thank you, Cyrus.
Yeah, hot balls, just real quick, because I know we got a bunch of people and it's fucking 2:15 in the morning. To your point, I mean, while we started, Iowa State found a new way to lose in the Sweet 16.
Jesus,
Brutal to
man.
lose Jefferson, but all year Momcilovic is a 48% three-point shooter. It's crazy. Tonight, 2 for 8 from three. Tonight, as a team, 5 for 23 from three. They're going home. They needed another option, and the other option they probably had it. It was Jefferson, and he fucked up his ankle, but.
Yes.
I just don't think in college you're just asking to not roll 6 games in a row. And if the guys can do that, they wouldn't be playing here for the most part.
Do you want to hear my massively huge hot take right now? I had too many beers, like hot take. It's 2:17 in the morning. I think Tennessee is problematic for Michigan.
Yeah. Nate Ament is a fucking problem.
Guys, they are 25-11. They are also 11th in KenPom. And they are big, and they bang, and they fuck teams up on the 3-point line.
Yes, if anybody's going to be able to handle or try and handle Yaxel and all that, they've got Okpara, who's 6'11", Ament 6'10", Estrella's 6'11". They've got two other bigs who are 6'8". Carey came off the bench tonight and was awesome. Like, they have the size.
How funny would it be this
funny.
is the team that's the team? The Rick Barnes team.
This is Rick Barnes' team. Oh.
They're 16 and they're 11th at KenPom, and they fucking smash. I don't want to be I'm not even going to pretend to be the I told you guy, but I thought they were like a 1, maybe 2 win team in the tournament a while ago, just by the way that they're playing. I did not think they would be an Elite Eight, and I don't think this game is going to be as easy as people think it is for Michigan.
Yeah, I would agree. And tonight wasn't easy for Michigan for a while, too, because Alabama did the Alabama shit.
Yep. Yeah.
Out at the stage. Sage had an amazing tweet. Just bing, bang. A good Trump reference.
Yeah. Well, they're the biggest variance team in the league. And I mean, in the league, in college basketball. I mean,
it reminded me a lot of our Final Four game against them, because I was watching it during halftime of the UConn game. It reminded me exactly of the halftime of the UConn Alabama Final Four game, where in the first half they go nuts, and you just have to have the mental strength to be like, look, if they shoot 16 for 25 from three, what are you going to do?
Third best offense in the country again, and in the 60s in defense. There's just, at a point, there's got to be some sort of physicality with that team. And it can't be going to get G League guys,
No. Did you see the quote? I need you to have seen Nate Oates' quote post-game.
Fuck him, dude. That guy, I've lost so much respect for that guy. What a slimy greedball, man.
You shouldn't
He's
be
a good
G League guy.
He's a good coach. Just stop being a slime ball. Recruit a big man. Worth a shit, dude. You were 1 seed 3 years ago with one. Just do that.
Davis did that. Even Hubert Davis did that.
But
now
I think so, and this is my thing, because and I want to be really clear. I'm a huge analytics guy. I am not a guy that one of these old heads that sits around and goes, well, spreadsheets don't tell the whole story. I'm not one of those guys. But Alabama is the program that is absolutely the most drunk on analytics right now. You can't be a team outside the top 30 in defense and do a lot in the NCAA tournament. Yes, they've got a Final Four and 2 Sweet 16s. That seems nice. But like, I feel like the separation between them and like the top teams is so preposterously clear. And, they just lack the physicality. If you don't have rim protection in the college game, you are fucking donezo. Just is what it is. So, anyways, rest in piss, Nate Oates. I don't give a shit. Fuck that guy. All right. Speaking of exotic conversations, we got the hot dog kid here in the corner. So, hot dog kid on a show sponsored by Meats and Sausages. Don't disappoint us.
What's up, guys? I was gonna say, I heard hot dog, sausage, kielbasa in the ad read.
Did you
Love
get?
it.
Did that tickle your pickle?
I'm always on the alert for hot dog content. Don't worry.
There you go.
But look, simultaneously exhausted and somehow still energized. I'll try to keep this to like 30 seconds or so. Curious your guys' thoughts. First, shout out Malachi. I think a lot of people quit on him earlier this year. I love his game. He's so fun to watch. Clearly knows his role so well at this point. But, I mean, the story's Alex Caravan. He's already gotten a lot of love. I still don't think it's enough. Kind of having a magic March. You know, career high last week. That 3 with 50 seconds tonight. Every time I rewatch it, it gets deeper. And his reward Sunday's Cam Boozer. And, you know, like, we did a good job, I thought, sending help when AK was isolated in the post. And I assume we're going to do that with Cam. But at the same time, it's a double-sided coin because those big guys, you know, got to chase him around. So I'm curious what your guys' thoughts are specifically, you know, on Caravan gushing and his matchup with Cam Boozer.
I think this is a really tough matchup. I mean, Boozer is the Duke player that I said this earlier today when I was just watching him play St. John's. They put up some graphic comparing him to Larry Bird, and I was like, that's the stupidest shit I've ever seen in my life. Like 12 points separating them per game. Like the whole graphic was stupid. But you know who Cam Boozer reminds me a lot of? Christian Laettner. Like just a guy that just has a certain physicality to him and body control and strength. He hit so many of those like 2/3 of the way to the hoop, high bank shots, mid-range jumpers that he was just able to overpower guys coming down the lane. He's not a guy that like looks completely overwhelming. Like he's not, I want to be really clear about Boozer. He is not AJ DeBanza. He's not, I get what people say when they're like, it's not a high-end NBA guy, but you know what his NBA game profiles a lot like? Christian Laettner. Like, high floor guy. I can't see Boozer being lower than like a 7 guy on an NBA roster. I can't see him being any higher than a 4th option kind of guy. He doesn't have the burst ability of an AJ DeBanza. He doesn't have that quick first step that like Peterson does. Like, there's just nothing
he's
about
not
him
the
that's
scorer that any of those guys are.
But like
Totally
this
agree.
guy is a fucking college player. I think he's the best player in the country. I'm gonna be honest. I don't think it's particularly close.
Yeah,
I
by
think
like a lot.
Like I don't think there's just anything that he's a guy like Chris. This is what Christian Laettner looked like sophomore year when they got blown out by UNLV. Like imagine 2 more years of this guy in the college game, what he would fucking do. And his game compared to, I mean, they're the same player in so many ways.
It's the Sarah Strong thing. It's like if this guy had to keep playing in college for no reason, what would it look like? Yeah,
I feel like he should. Like, I know that's what sounds crazy, but
I just want to see what it looks like.
No, yeah, I kind of, Sarah Strong's just I don't even want to talk about Sarah Strong because I actually think Sarah's a better player than Paige. So everybody can kiss my ass on that one. But I just think she's a monster. I think she's a better player than Paige. Kiss my ass.
I think Paige would agree with you, by the
I
way.
think Sarah Strong's the best player we've had on the UConn women since Brianna Stewart. She has a chance to be better. And like, she's just, that's not a normal thing, person, human. But like, Boozer's the absolute kind of guy that I mean this complimentary. He's just, go ahead, go to the NBA this year. What the fuck are you going to the NBA this year for? Stick around for 2 years. Do you know how much money he's going to make at Duke?
NIL, yeah. He's already doing ads with his brother who
for like 2 years. Just hang around Duke, dude. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, hang around Duke for another 2 years. You're getting the same signing bonus. Like, he is going to be, I think Boozer is a top 10 pick in any of the next 3 years. And like, he actually might be more damaged goods in this class than any other class. And he's like a college player. And like, I'm going to say it over and over and over again. He reminds me so much of fucking Christian Laettner. It's not even funny, but he's like a younger Laettner without being a douche, even though the whole presentation is sort of douchey behind him. But
yeah, so Boozer stays in college for 3 years and he gets saddled with an expansion team in Seattle, just like Christian Laettner got saddled with the Timberwolves. Is that what the plan is here?
I mean, that's got to be his ceiling. I mean, he's not Debansa. He's not Peterson. He's not Kobe. And like, it's guys that have like an NBA ceiling. He's just not. I don't even mean that as a knock, man. Like, I think his floor is higher than tons of guys in the lottery this year. But like, I think he's going to eat us alive on Sunday. And we're going to figure a way how to like figure that's just a guy that's going to get his shit. And like,
yeah,
St. John's is so physical, man. Like, St. John's is so physical. And he was just like, eh.
Yeah, he's
right. So like, to point the question,
it's everything else you have to figure out.
I think to make it specific for Sunday and to point the question, if you remember that Edey matchup and like the famous game plan of like, let him do whatever he's going to do, but you're not going to let anyone else get going and clinging. I wonder if it's the opposite on, like, I don't think you can just let Caravan sit in the post on an island all day. Like, I think he'll rack up fouls. I think it'll be tough. Like, I wonder if you send the double almost every time. I think I would do that, but like, I'm curious what you guys think.
I think it's a huge game for Jalen Stewart. And like, I mean, Dwayne Chrome is not going to play in this game, but I'm just like anybody with size because they're going.
Stewie has 5 fouls to give, and I would probably put Ross on him.
Yes.
And try it. Like, if I'm looking at it, like, I think Alex is going to get him right in the starting line. Alex is going to get him. My take is they have 15 fouls between the three of them. If they don't use 9 or 10, and like, just really try to fuck them up, to slow them down. Like, I want to keep Boozer under 20, but everybody else has got to be on their shit, man. Like, and Foster and Damari are going to be like a really funny cripple fight.
Yes. That's actually the key to the game. Like, what can they get out of Foster? Who tonight played 19 minutes near death and scored 11 points.
Man, this is tough for Mally. This is a really brutal game for him.
I actually think he might be the most important player in this game.
He might be. And then, man, Pat versus Terrace is going to be funny as fuck.
It is going to be really interesting to watch.
That is a really funny matchup. Have we even? Oh my God. I didn't even think about it.
Yeah.
Pat and Terrace are 2 peas in a pot. There's a world where they would have been roommates at UConn, by the way.
Personally, was not even thinking of the Ross on Boozer matchup is actually going to be way more exciting than I was realizing.
I don't think it's going to be exciting. I think Boozer will turn Jaden Ross into a Rubik's Cube.
Yeah, my
pretty easily.
With that, besides the obvious, is like Jaden tonight had a little bit of the old Jaden fouls in him.
Yeah.
And
this
that
guy
can't happen
gets
Sunday.
fouled so much. He gets fouled so much, guys. Like, he's really hard to slow down. I don't think this is an Edie thing. Like, the thing with Purdue is that Zach can score 30 points, but like, you didn't have to worry about Edie going anywhere other than the 12 square feet and the paint. Boozer can stretch you, and he can pull you out of the paint. Like, it is really hard to do anything with Duke other than play drop. But you can't just let Boozer get whatever he wants. But they're going to have to shut down guys from the outside. I actually think, gosh, man, I'm just looking at their lineup right now.
He's 2 for his last 12 from 3. Cam Boozer is also a 39.6% three-point shooter.
It's going to sound crazy, man. I think Evans and Sarr are the 2 key players for Duke. Evans is like kind of the spirit animal on that team.
He was great today. He was outstanding.
He's fucking awesome
He's
player.
really good.
And I don't know if people are not going to want to hear this, but like, solo on Isaiah Evans is going to be huge.
Challenging.
It's going to be a big one. There's a lot of weird matchups in this. I'm not as worried about them. Oh man, I am worried about them. What am I talking about?
I mean, listen, they're a 1 seed. They're the 1 overall seed. This is supposed to be hard. Like, you can be worried about it, but not be like, we're done. Like, no, this is the challenge.
I feel like the bench has got to be so huge tomorrow, man. Because they stroll Kameni out there. Kameni would start on our team. That's not even a thing. And then Darren Harris comes off the bench, and he's 6'5".
Yeah, they're huge at every position. They're very inexperienced, largely. That's an advantage UConn has in this game. The fact that Boozer, and to his credit, I mean, he's like 18, but like Boozer plays 37 minutes every game, and there's just no drop off, which is insane. Do we finally get there at game 37? The $1 million question is, what is Caleb Foster? What can they get out of him? That's drastically changes the fortunes for that team. And I really like Ngamba a lot. They've finally gotten him back into the flow of things. He's played 29 minutes in the last 2 games. It was bad at the foul line today, but you have to think their way. They're going to kind of got him to get more.
It's like Terrace 2.0. Him and what a matchup that's going to be.
Yeah.
This is the 2 most explosive brains. College basketball.
People just thinking about things, just thinking about stuff.
If you want a guy that, like, if you think Terrace Reed drives me nuts, go watch Duke fan talk about Ngamba. Because when that guy is fucking on,
the toolbox is
good
incredible.
God.
Yep.
And when that guy is not on, yeah.
Good God.
So it's going to be 2 players that just might French kiss tomorrow, to be honest with you. It's going to be weird.
Yeah.
But I think it's a really tough matchup for us, especially when you get to the bench and the length. I mean, they got 6'8", 6'9", 6'8", 6'5". We need to kind of shut them down from 3 a little bit. They're going to get their shit in the paint. 7th best 2-point percentage in the country. We got to slow them down for 3, and we got to hit our 3s.
Yeah.
Like, that is not a thing that can happen on Sunday where we can be I don't think there's a scenario where we win that game if we're under 40% from 3.
I was going to say 35, but it's probably 40. Yeah.
It's 40.
I mean, this is a Duke team that's 4
probably
points away
42.
from being undefeated. So, and like 2 buzzer beaters are their 2 losses. So, it's the biggest challenge arguably you can have. And I think it's awesome that we at least get to face it. And we'll see how the chips fall. I mean, St. John's gave him a hell of a push today. And Siena gave him a hell of a push in the first round. TCU did, and then the floor fell out from under them. So
they're banged up as shit. I know we're banged up too, but like they're banged up as shit. So if there was a time to kind of get them, I feel like now is that time. But man, there's a lot to worry about, guys, and they're a very good defensive team.
You know what I would add thinking about Duke though? Like when I flip on the NBA and look how good Knuppel is and Flag especially.
Unrules,
and like
man.
that team last year, like let's not forget, right? Like they choked away against Houston. Like this team to me is worse than last year's team. That might not make sense if you look at like number one overall, but like we've seen the cracks in it. I still find a way to feel optimistic. I just worry again about the Boozer on Caravan matchup, but I feel all right about it.
Yeah, it's as good of a matchup as we can have. It's a hard matchup, but we've got the players healthy and get to go out and see what it looks like. You know, there's no what ifs like there are for Iowa State fans tonight with Joshua Jefferson. Thankfully, everybody's healthy or getting healthier, and we'll see. We get to find out. You know, I'm just appreciative of the opportunity to get big stage Sunday afternoon, CBS, the last stop at the final spot in the Final Four. UConn Duke. It's as good as it gets. They haven't played Duke in 10 years. When I was at freaking Izod Center and all the
11.
Yeah. All the signs up were for WrestleMania Access, which had been a year before in that fucking abandoned pit. And like we played them in a weird preseason NIT game in 2010, I think, but UConn wasn't that good that year. And so it's the first time that they've met head to head with both being like elite programs since the 2004 Final Four. So
we're gonna kick their ass.
There you go, Hot Dog Kid. I like the energy. Thank you, man. Appreciate it. We're just going to keep trying to move things along here. We're going to move to Harrison here next, and then we got Nate, we got Jay, and then we're going to get to Jaden Daly after that, guys. So just stay patient. Harrison, what do you got for us, man? True Connecticut name.
Appreciate it, Hawkballs. Thank you. I was actually going to call in and say basically the opposite of Hot Dog. I was about to say that I kind of like the Caravan on Boozer matchup.
Okay.
In the same way that we took Edie in the Natty. Like, you know, he's going to get his, you know, obviously Boozer's, he's a great player, but he kind of plays like Caravan. He plays off 2 feet. He's not necessarily super explosive. Yeah, he's a big guy. But he plays, you know, fundamentally. He's using his pump fakes, his step throughs. And I think Caravan, like, you know, this might be his moment. He's already given us a couple moments through this tournament. This 3 tonight with, you know, 2 to go, up 1, that deep 3. Wow, what a fucking play. Like, that's Caravan stepping up, staying alive. But, you know, I think he does have a chance against Boozer going forward. And also, I wanted to say, when I saw your tweet right before halftime, you know, we're down, 8 or 10, and you go, this is a microcosm of the season. Yep, absolutely.
Yeah, it was great to see Salvin today. Like, I mean, we got all 4 seasons. We got to see every angle of this team from a variety of different perspectives. So it is what it is, but guess what? They're in the Elite fucking 8, and they got to win one goddamn game to get to the Final Four, and nobody gives a fuck that they didn't beat Butler by enough in December or whatever. So, you know, look, why not? It's a one-off, man. Like, I think this Duke team, I actually, believe it or not, I actually think they're better. They're better built for a March run than they were last year. There was just something about that team that was just so raw last year, as explosive and incredible as they were. They brought a ton of guys back this year. And I kind of like that prototypical Duke team, right? That's like a lot of just one and done dudes. But like, I'm going to be honest with you, man. You get to this level, there's just a certain depth that you get to in the tournament, and shit gets tight and it gets difficult, and there's just certain teams that poop their pants. And we've been in PP Pants City for 4 months now. playing really close games, trying to dig out games and trying to win close games that maybe shouldn't have been close games, but all of it. Like, this is where, the opposite of what we've talked about a lot this year kind of comes into play. Like that big game, close game. What the fuck are we doing tonight? We got to figure out a way to win a game. Games kind of come into place. They are also the kind of games that like Duke could come out and rinse us on Sunday and we'll be like, yep.
Yeah. Yeah, if that happens, it'll stop.
Yep.
It'll be like, well,
Yeah. I
fair
mean,
enough. What am I going to say?
yeah. I mean, and just,
I feel way better going against Duke than I did like going against UCLA. You know what I mean?
I'm just
Like
excited to see
we could
somebody
have
get a
gotten
win.
rinsed by some like quick guards like Donovan Dent.
I
Duke,
wouldn't say that. I think Duke's just got a totally different level of offense and more
yeah, obviously they're great.
I think
They're
the
great.
thing that I will give Shire credit for, I think they feasted off of a really shitty ACC offensively for a long time. I'm like, not as into his offense, but I will say this, man, this Duke team, like, and all of his Duke teams, they defend their dicks off. They are really good. They're really long. They switch well. They have the ability to guard guys through a variety of positions. Like defensively, like I don't know. I'm getting kind of all over the place here, but like I almost feel like Shire's identity at Duke is going to be distinctly different from Krzyzewski's in the sense that like, they've had some top 10 offenses come through here and some really special NBA guys, but like I am not blown away by anything that John does offensively. Their ability to defend the basketball is just elite. And, we're going to see it. The biggest thing for us on Sunday is going to be our ability to shoot the three ball. If we're below 40%, we're not winning this basketball game. It's just reality, I think. I don't think we can win a muck it up game like St. John's played with them today.
Right. But the best part of the team is that, that's us all season. We hit threes, we're winning the championship. But so you think in general, Caravan on Boozer is going to be a losing proposition?
Bad.
Or
just preparing people for it. Maybe it won't. I hope that
right.
It's not. I hope Alex just decides to be a fucking monster for one night defensively. This is a big ask, dude. This guy is like a really different thing. I don't know what we're going to do doubling down on him. But I think Terrace playing help defense. This game is going to be really big. We're going to see, man, our ability to lock it up, play tight defense. They're going to have to be firing on their A game in every aspect to get through Sunday, I think, to do it. It's a one-off. Duke could come out, not be able to hit the broadside of a barn, but like man-to-man, like they have the size advantage on us. They have a shooting advantage on us. They have the ability to get the ball in the paint better than us, and they have way better athleticism and switchability than us.
Yeah, that's the real issue.
So,
them wings.
Yeah, it's so. Yep. I mean, I think again, I like our system better than theirs. Yep. I think if you put Dan Hurley on their bench and John Shire on ours, good God.
Exactly.
But it's one game. Who gives a fucking shit? We had a chance to go and get a colossal one. And again, I think a win on Sunday changes the trajectory of college basketball as a whole, like in terms of brand management for a long time. And I'll go farther to say this, like, even if we don't win on Sunday, I don't think it hurts a lot. So like, this is just like a free money ball shot to get this thing moving in a completely different direction than it has been up to now, which by the way, has been pretty good. So we'll see.
Right. Yeah, let's go Huskies. All right.
Appreciate it, Harrison.
Thank you, man.
All right, man. We're going to go to Nate next, and then Jane's going to take us home. Nate, go ahead, man.
Good evening from out here on the edge of the prairie in Minnesota. For the second weekend in a row, I have had numerous beers and a wonderful time watching UConn basketball. I want to get into geopolitics and military hardware for a second, if you guys will hear me out. Big Ten basketball is a little bit like Iran or even Russia, if I may, insofar as that every March they send one of their patented drone swarms to the NCAA tournament and try to overwhelm the defenses of all the other major conferences. But at the end of the day, I think these drones, they're kind of cheaply made. They're not very powerful and can't really, on their own, compete against a Patriot missile battery from the Big East, Big 12, SEC, or God forbid, even the ACC. And as we've seen in the real world battlefield, and as statistics dictate, once in a while, one of these Big Ten drones eventually sneaks past the defense and hits the national championship target. Is it this year? I don't know. However, I do believe that the Big Ten has developed a nuclear weapon, and that nuclear weapon has been McCollum. I'm fearful of this weaponry. But anyways, I'm happy for the win. Happy that you two are willing to give a moron like me a platform for my collective idiocy. And thank you. Good evening.
Good evening. Yeah, I don't
You're
know if
welcome,
it's
Dave.
the best thing we do, but it is a thing that we do. Yeah, I'm talking military hardware is on my off day. I don't want to talk about work today.
No.
Yeah, I'll tell you who doesn't look like a soft Big Ten team. Ben McCollum's at worst the top 3 coach in the sport. Like, can we just all admit that? It's incredible what Iowa's doing.
Man, X's and O's.
It's so good. They're all his D2 guys. Bennett Sturts was at D2.
They're in the Elite 8 with a bunch of dorks. Just wax the defending national champ. I mean, like for them with the players that they have to beat Florida.
Yeah.
I'm just going to call it right now. The stupidest thing North Carolina could possibly do is not call Ben McCollum. Terrence Oglesby is on it now too.
What are we doing?
Guys that know, like, you just know ball. And like, if Josh Schertz and fucking Ben McCollum don't get a call, you are a fucking idiot.
He's getting out coached by nobody.
They can get Tommy Lloyd for sure. They might be able to pull Todd out of Florida, but if you're either one of them, like, or Dusty, like Todd won a national championship last year. Dusty and Todd could win. Toddy could win a national title this year.
And
like, what the fuck are you talking about, dude?
Todd's pants down a week ago.
Yeah, like what are we talking about here? Like, we're going to go ahead and get whoever we want. Like, look, Rick's whole thing about like blue bloods being dead, I think, is like a jumping the shark. But like, these programs have got to get their head out of their butthole, dude. Like, this isn't. Sorry, Kansas. Nobody wants to go to fucking Kansas.
Yeah. Unless you pay them.
If you're going to have $1 billion to live in Florida. Sorry. Come back around to fucking reality. All right? Like, nobody wants to be in fucking Kentucky if you can have millions of dollars and a serviceable roster at Michigan. Are you fucking kidding me? I don't give a shit what you did 30 years ago. Nobody gives a fucking shit. That's not winning you anything tomorrow. Like, that's a good thing? But I just keep coming back to it. Like, we're in such a transitory period in college basketball, and the people that understand it the least have been the pillars.
Yeah,
of the sport.
We're very fortunate
for a long time.
We root for one of the pillars that has very much its shit together.
Figured it out,
and Duke has as well. To be fair,
I know there's a lot of fans that are going to fucking cringe when I say this that are listening to us tonight. Getting excluded from the ACC has really cut our teeth for the last 15 years in terms of like what it takes to do things. Because every single program that has gone to that conference has taken a step back. And like, I get it. Virginia won a natty in 19. They've been dog shit since then. Name one program in the ACC that's gotten progressively better.
Miami?
sort of.
Yeah, it was a weird way to get there. Yeah,
And
kind
so
of is like we've lived on the street, so to speak, and like we've known every decision has to work. So like, there's no eye off the ball. I mean, there were for a couple years under Kevin.
Yeah, I want to get out of this mess, by the way. Like, I want to be really clear about that. Like, if we can I wouldn't be upset about the Big 12. That's all I'm saying. But like, there's just a certain. Kentucky spent almost $20 million on a fucking 7 seed this year. Like, Kansas spent how much on how many guys?
One of whom doesn't want to play basketball most of the time.
Like, what are we fucking doing, man? Like, and this hasn't been a one-off thing. This has been a 3-4 year, like, and Kentucky hasn't made a second weekend since when? 18? 19? We're kind of
last year.
Did they make a second weekend last year? Jesus Christ. Fuck me.
Year.
So they made one in what, 10 years?
I'll pull it up right now.
2 and
right,
2 and it's 2 and 10.
The one before that was 2019. So they were in the Elite Eight when they got to play fucking. Was that the St. Peter's year? Was that they got to play St. Peter's in the Elite Eight? No, they lost to St. Peter's. Okay, I know that Jaden is screaming right now through.
Like, and I don't want to go nuts because I think like there's scenarios where like Carolina can get back there and like these are major brands in basketball, but like guys, when you get outside that 6-7 year window, you're in trouble. Like that's just reality. You're in trouble. Like as a brand, like. Most Americans have the attention span of a fucking half of a dime.
And we thank them for listening to this show.
And then, yes, thank you. And then imagine them breeding and producing kids that can't pay attention to a nickel. And that's what you get. And you get 6 years out of this where you're like just really fucking around. Like that stuff just doesn't matter anymore. And, like I think what Rick is saying is premature, but like there are just certain places where if you have a lot of money and some brand cachet, there's some football juice to kind of back you up a little bit, just in terms of national recognition and some other things. Like, what the fuck do you care? Like, I totally see there being a very long time where like Purdue, I know that's going to make people giggle, but like Purdue, Michigan, Illinois, probably would throw Florida in there. Why not? Why not them being the dominant national brands for the next however long in college basketball? Duke will be in there too. But
the idea that North Carolina is not all over trying to hire Ben McCollum to me is completely insane.
It's crazy.
Nuts. What do you need to see? Like, what do you possibly fucking need to see? By the way, he's cheaper.
He's the greatest Division II coach in history. Like, skyrocketed Iowa, knocked off Florida. He's in the Elite Eight, and they have a chance to beat Illinois.
And he looks like a Carolina coach. With the tie, the whole thing. I've gotten to know him a little bit. This is name drop. Like, I've texted him during the NCAA tournament. We've talked a little bit. He's a great guy. He's an amazing coach. And the fact that I have not asked him about North Carolina, the fact that Carolina isn't all over him to me is fucking
crazy.
Batshit.
It's insane.
Batshit insane. And speaking of Carolina, I think our last guest of the night will probably want to talk about them a little bit.
Maybe, possibly.
I'm only saying this because it's 2:53 in the morning.
Jaden, what do you got for us?
You really want me to get worked up on Carolina?
Yes.
No, please don't.
Yes.
Please don't.
Yes.
No matter what, Jaden, you're going to get a good coach.
Come on.
No, Jaden, you're going to get a good coach. Go. If you get stuck with Tommy Lloyd, you'll be fine.
I've got Jaden Gilly fired up. I've got a Matt and apoplectic in a long time, so like I kind of want to poke the bear. We haven't seen Matt and Jaden on this show in a really long time.
I wouldn't mind Tommy Lloyd. I would be very satisfied.
Right.
I would love McCollum, but and thanks to Hurley Mania, who says he's Dean reincarnated, which
sagging brand.
And the other name that you mentioned, and I give you credit, his name finally came into you when this whole dropped. You immediately were all over Byington. I thought that was a really smart name.
Yeah,
he would be great too.
When JMU got sent to Brooklyn and fucking pants Wisconsin in the tournament, I was all over him.
Yeah. That was last time I was in the building with the Dukies.
Yeah. So, greetings from the Hampton Inn in Washington, D.C.
What a doubleheader you had.
Yeah. and I feel really good about Sunday.
You do.
I do.
Tell me why.
Well, it's 27 years to the day of El Amin comes over. He says we shocked the world.
Okay, let's start there.
When you pulled that made me tingle.
Now you're tickling my subcockle area. Let's go.
Just wait until tomorrow when I wrote a story that I sourced tonight with Tom Moore.
Ooh.
Uh-oh.
My thoughts tonight, Alex and Taras carried them. They did what they had to do. Very impressed with Solo for the most part in the first half. Second half, not so much, but it's a step in the right direction. Same thing with Stewie, getting however long he got in the first half. Good to see him back out there. I think the bench is going to be the biggest part of the game on Sunday. I really do. I don't trust Duke's bench after we don't even know if Foster's going to play after what he gave Shire tonight. I'm not a fan of Ngannou. I think Taras and Eric can hold him down. The one guy on Duke's bench that I'd be worried about would be Kamenia.
Yeah, Kamenia is the guy I'm looking at as like the little bit of the wild card there. I like Ngongba, but I totally get why you don't. I'm always like, I'm the guy that likes Sanan, even though I'm aware that he has not put it together. And then he did for a month, and tonight he stunk. So
I'll tell you what,
I'm the patron saint of lost causes.
That game was a much better game than I expected. Maybe it's a lot better when you don't have a dog in the fight and you're not aging 40 years on every possession.
Yeah, that second game wasn't good, healthy for me. The first game, though, I was sitting there clapping like a seal just at the quality of the thing.
It's a great fucking game.
Yeah, and I said this, I actually thought St. John's played a whale of a game.
They did.
He should have played Prey more, and it can't be Darling taking it cannot be Dylan Darling taking the shot at the end.
And I fucking feel for Zuby. The kid played his fucking ass off tonight.
Yeah. Amazing player. Incredible player. Played great. Had the tough matchup we were just talking about.
And if he's an NBA draft pick, that kid has fucking earned the shit out of it, and I hope he plays 10 years.
Oh, I'm gonna love him at the Garden. Oh, he's gonna be such a great Nick. You're gonna be so miserable.
Zuby with the Villanova guys and a couple of UConn guys coming off the bench.
If he became a Nick, maybe Orlando.
I mean, you had to learn to love Paulo Banchero, so.
I wanted him when they drafted him too.
Thanks.
Well, yeah. And to address my absence, you guys have either been on too late for me or I've had other shit going on, and I'll explain some of that later. Some I won't, but yeah, good to be back. I know it's almost 3:00, so I'm gonna shut up. Love you guys. We'll do this again on Sunday.
We will do it Sunday. Jane, you don't have to explain it. I know what time these shows are. I don't know why anybody's here, including myself. But I'm so
almost 200 people here right now.
It's a rare situation where I'm actually glad if the hockey team had a game for the Frozen Four tomorrow, I'd be a fucking corpse in Worcester. And I don't have to worry about it. I'm fine. They went out to a good Michigan State team. I don't have anything to do tomorrow, but wait for 5:00 on Sunday. Nothing.
I'm playing a lot of Crimson Desert tomorrow. Just be a 40-year-old loser.
They're not waiting all day for Sunday night. They've been watching football all day.
Watching football all day. Oh, I can't. Oh, in my media diet, I have to take in Mike Francesa, who was convinced Michigan State would win and St. John's would win. Classic tank mush.
Yes, it's St. John's was playing at 14.
Yep. I have so much
another clown.
I appreciate you being here, Jaden, and the articles you're doing live from the worst media setup in history. Thank you for
this is worse than Philly, and I usually give Philly the benefit of the doubt, but that was bad last weekend.
So Jaden texted me a picture of like the media seating area backstage in DC, and it looks like a prison cafeteria. Like it's like 30 by 20 maybe, and there's every media member is at this regional because it's incredible. And I'm just glad you were able to get out of there and survive.
Like me, Borges, Dom, and Joe are almost like literally on top of each other in terms of proximity and space.
I have to ask you one question. How's Zach doing? Is he gonna be okay?
He actually said hello to me tonight, and I was floored.
Will he be there Sunday?
I don't think so.
It's a shame.
Yeah, he's just eating the leftover corn kernels that he has left from Rick's Boo.
Now he is stuck with the hell that is 6 months of New York Yankees baseball. I'll see him there in 2 weeks.
It's 2 weeks. He's a Met season, fan too. Baby. That's the worst thing that can come out of Sunday for me is that it's baseball season. And fuck that sport.
Yankees look good. Red Sox look good. Mets look good. But everybody's happy.
In fairness to Zach, they'll probably put him on Nick playoff games, too.
Okay. All right. I don't know how many we're going to get. Hopefully a lot. I can't wait to die. I love that I don't have to think about that. Yeah.
I hope they don't get the Magic. I don't want to go through that.
Nobody suffers more than you. Thank you, Jaden. Appreciate you.
Love you guys.
We'll talk to you Sunday.
Yeah, man.
Hot balls, it is 3 a.m. on the dot.
Look at us just cleaning it out. Clean the whole queue out. One by one. We had a lot of first time, long times tonight. I love it when we get another clown calling up. You know? No. Gotta have another clown.
I know who it is.
No, we don't have another clown.
I thought we did. I see him sitting right there.
Is he there? Where's the clown? I'm not seeing him.
You're the one who takes the callers.
I can't see anything on my...
We'll blame Elon. It's Elon's fault.
Who's this guy on this? This
hand wave.
Is he there? I don't know. I don't know if he's there. He might be there, he might not be. You know, one of these clowns.
Years in early for you?
All right, well, we're going to get to our next caller right now. Mike, what do you got? Hey.
The pictures out of the St. John's practice this week?
What do you got for us? No.
Well, he brought in Carson Palmer and Sam Darnold. He gave him a Darnold Palmer. Woo!
Oh God, another clown.
Right. Thank you, Steve. It's late.
Another clown.
Thank you, Steve. You're the best.
Fuck everybody that calls this show.
Prince of a man.
Why do you do this to us? Oh God.
Sunday, 5 p.m. 27 years to the day. UConn Duke, 5 o'clock.
Good God.
In the Final Four.
How are we here again?
It's been a weird way to get there, but we've gotten where we all wanted to be when we started this stupid trip 6 months ago.
If we lose, I'm not even going to be that upset, but if we win, do you have any idea what I am going to do?
Oh, no.
If we beat
Duke fans or St. John's fans that you do it
just
to?
Everybody did. I mean, I am going to be like, good God. I'm going to have the left hand going clockwise. I'm going to have the right hand going counterclockwise.
Holding hammers.
Just going to lose my mind.
Yeah. It's the toughest test they can get. And I'm glad they get to face it, and that Alex gets to face it, and his team gets to face it. We'll see what it looks like.
My boss just texted me, by the way, at 2:45 in the morning. He goes, if you guys win on Sunday, are you losing your job this weekend? Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
This is his job. We're all got to get out of here. We got all got to do what we got to do. All right.
Let's see if we can get him back. 3 and 4 would be fucking.
You can't take the money with you, people. All right.
Yes.
It's
just too far for me. It's too far away.
You can't take the souvenirs with you. You can't do a lot of things in life, all right? But Sunday is the opportunity of a lifetime. Guys, it really is the opportunity of a lifetime. You have to understand what's at stake in college basketball on fucking Sunday. It's not even a national title. It's not. It's not a Final Four. It's not. It's the opportunity to take Duke basketball as a thing, as an entity, as a brand, and shove it into a 1770s musket and fire it the fucking in an Atlantic Ocean. Like it was never a thing to begin with. This isn't about winning a basketball game. It's about a stupid trophy. You've won more natties than they have. We've beaten them more recently in this stupid tournament. It's about domination. It's about excellence. This is about finding a ceiling you never knew could exist. Not the ability of the basketball program, but in your ability as an adult and in America with a Twitter account to get on the internet and defecate over millions and millions of Americans who may be Lakers, Yankees, and Manchester United fans too. But think of the brands that you can dominate, the number of people, the volume of people that you can establish your dominance over. To tell them that, yes, I was right. No, you were wrong. I know everything now. I live in an elevated state of being. My IQ is higher than yours. My kids are less weird looking than yours and more behaved. I'm a better parent. I'm a better brother. I'm a better father, mother, better relative, human. Maybe if you're a politician, I see you politicians in there. I see you. Want to win a campaign? This is how it gets done. You spineless hulks of shit. Get your shit up. Put your big boy pants up. It's not about talent. It's not about who has a better team. It's about one day us getting out there and establishing dominance. For one day. Fuck Duke. Fuck John Shire. Fuck Coach K. Fuck all their stupid NBA alums. Fuck Jay Billis. Fuck the color blue. Fuck Devils. Fuck all these people. Sunday's our day. And we're going to be here. I mean, talk about all of it.
You said
It could
color
go
blue. That's a bit of an issue, but otherwise, that was 9.5.
Royal blue is a shitty color, not American flag blue. God damn it!
Right? Not that.
They're not patriots.
Rebellious blue.
Patriots. These are rebels, clowns, losers.
They lost.
I don't know.
Never forget reminding them they lost. And Sunday, let's win. Let's win.
They could absolutely beat us by 20, by the way.
They
But it
absolutely
does not matter. That does not matter. We could get peace by fucking 40. But it doesn't matter on Sunday. Sunday is our day. There's many days. What is it? What do the guys say on the hockey team thing? Great things were born out of opportunities.
Great.
That's my inspirational speech.
Okay.
All right. And until Sunday, huh?
Real Herb Brooks there. Great moments
I
were born
thought so.
of great
I was
opportunity.
really good up until I forgot what Herb Brooks said, but I don't even give a fuck Herb Brooks too.
Okay.
I didn't kiss Mike Krzyzewski's ass in hell. The UConn Huskies are coming on Sunday. The Bishop is going to be there, and hell is coming with him. And until then, talent ass clowns, get some sleep. Fuck your spouses. I hope I woke them up. We'll see you on Sunday. And until then, you know the deal, you motherfuckers. Keep in touch with yourselves. Good night, everybody. You're welcome.